Alright.
I'm looking. Yes, hello, hello, hello.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
we're all good.
Alright.
Oh, welcome back, guys. Welcome to Unrestricted Sports. Tonight we're going live play-by-play and breakdown for Bengals Browns. I was trying to read something.
So, A.J. Brown did start us off with a killer 42-yard catch. Looks like he was potentially injured on the play. No word yet on that.
And it was called back.
Oh, it was called back?
They called
Wow.
it back, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that play too well. I only saw the ends of it. But that's unfortunate, especially for the Bengals. That looked like a pretty good play. Burrow making only his second start in the NFL, obviously.
Okay. Burrow takes a snap, 2nd and 10, passes completed.
Oh, good
Looks to
push.
Tyler Boyd for the first down and more.
Very good, very good push by Boyd there.
This Bengals offense is interesting. I'm intrigued by it. They have like at least two good wide receivers, one speedy one in John Ross, and a good running back. All they really need is a better O-line.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Tyler Boyd, you got guys like A.J. Green, Joe Mixon.
Takes a handoff and rushes for about a 1-yard gain. Okay.
Obviously, this Browns team is, I would say by anyone's expectations, still underperforming massively. They've had their chance to be good at this point, and I think that they've really wasted it. There's talks of Odell being traded now and all that other stuff. Big catch there, taken down very rough, but seems to be okay. Looks like the Bengals are going to have a few yards left to go before they can get a first down here if they convert. 6 yards, it's 3rd and 6. Joe Burrow, I don't think he's looked too bad in his first start so far. And his second start, he hasn't started off looking too bad. He's 2 of 3 for 14 yards so far. And he is leading his team down the field relatively efficiently. And he's lining up under center now. Again, there's not very much... Mixon goes back in the backfield. Let's see what happens. Mixon goes out as a passing option. Burrow takes it. He's going to run. He gets the first down and a little bit more, it looks like.
I actually saw this. I saw this graphic. This is for every team's chances to make the playoffs based off of their week 1 outcome and not projected, but their known schedule and strength of it. And the Browns still have a 30% chance to make the playoffs. Granted, it's only, week 1 and stuff, but still.
What do we know about the Bucks? And
Bucks are sitting around 40% right now. I think the highest right now is Saints, followed by Packers, Seahawks, Bears, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, 40% is actually relatively high in terms of playoff chance then.
Yeah, 40% is good enough for, the ninth best team in the NFL.
That's definitely fair.
But Bengals are sitting at 7% right now, which is worst, which I'm a little shocked. I don't expect them to make it, but...
No, they're a very young team right now. If they can keep their pieces together, they have a decently good chance of becoming actually good. Because obviously they do have all these pieces so far, and it's just a matter of them coming together. And can they be more successful than that than the Browns? Mixon gets the handoff, nearly gets it for a loss, but it looks like he gets a gain of about 4 on that play. So definitely he was definitely contacted behind the line there, so that was a very good play on his part to keep that alive. He's definitely a big part of this team. Obviously they just signed him to that massive extension.
Yeah.
A new deal. So they need to really trust him to, kind of keep things going here.
I would imagine they would try to throw the ball as much as possible with Joe Burrow.
That's not really how they've been going so far. He's only attempted 4 passes tonight.
Right. Mixing off to Burrow's left, 3rd and 3. Burrow takes a snap, handoff to Mixon, and he's taken for a loss of 2.
That's some very bad blocking there.
Yeah. That's their biggest struggle. Is their O-line.
They really can't afford to continue to have these offensive line ineptitudes. This is the one thing that always gets me, is that there's always big guys who can block very well in the NFL, and some of these teams are just absolutely terrible
at finding them.
And it's unacceptable. It's a key part of the game to have a good offensive line. If you don't
going for it on 4th down.
Wow.
It's still a lot more popular this year, it seems like.
I mean, the statistics are there. They really are. Like
nobody behind Burrow. 4th and 4.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, he tries to draw him off sides.
Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming. Pass is completed to Tyler Boyd on the sideline. Takes it out of bounds.
Great
for
pass.
Gain of 7.
That was a good play, heads-up play by Joe Burrow. I believe that was probably a design play.
I would imagine Tyler Boyd is probably becoming one of his favorite targets, kind of as I expected, whether A.J. Green were to stay or not.
It's definitely unfortunate, though, because A.J. Green, you would really hope that he would develop there. Green did obviously draw some coverage on that play, but that's kind of concerning in terms of if he's injured or not, and he's just being delegated to a sort of, attention role, kind of like how Mike Evans was last week.
Yeah, I think Evans was just kind of out there, like you were saying, for distraction purposes, just to have that big name out there.
Yeah, hopefully obviously for both those guys and for the NFL that those guys are healthy next week. And then on top of it, Chris Godwin of the Bucs, he's potentially not going to play if he doesn't clear concussion protocol.
That's I can't believe they didn't call that hit.
I mean, they did call it.
Well, call it for more than what it was worth.
I mean, he should have been. It was looking at it in slow mo and looking at it again. You can definitely tell that was not an accidental hit to the head. That was a clear, thought out. Hey, I'm going to hit this guy, and I know I'm going to hit him in the head, and I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Pass caught by Tyler Boyd. No, that's not Tyler Boyd. Tight end Ozuma for the first down.
And I mean, you can say, oh well, what's he supposed to do? Not tackle him? No, he can tackle him. You just go lower. You can go lower.
Right.
I mean, you take out someone's legs, they're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But instead, he made a conscious decision to go for someone's head. And given that this is a rivalry where the Saints were, acting up the whole game, that's kind of concerning.
Yeah. Mixing off to Burrow's right. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming as per usual. Burrow with pass. Overthrown. Intended target was A.J. Green.
That was definitely very overthrown there, but it's good to see that he's still targeting Green. Green kind of trotting there, but doesn't seem like if he's hurt, he's definitely not that hurt, I would say.
Yeah. It looks like Burrow really has command of this offense, to be honest.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't seem too phased,
to
be perfectly honest.
Mixing off to Burrow's right, 2nd and 10. Motion's over. Burrow takes snap, hands off.
Mixon's going. Oh, he pushes through for a couple extra yards there. Probably a gain of about 4 or 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. No, it's and 6. It's not 5. It's 6. What the game shows is what the game shows. The Yahoo Sports app I don't trust at all.
Looks like Giovanni Bernard off to Burrow's left. Mixon to the right. Burrow snap.
Pocket collapses. Oh, and he's taken down at the 20. That's a bad sack to take. He needs to get out of there. That's a rookie mistake right there. And obviously he is a rookie, but that's something he needs to learn to not do. The moment that pocket started collapsing, he needed to be moving. That was a big mistake on his part. He could have easily moved out to his right there. Instead, he tried to stay in the pocket, which, I mean, first of all, that's just dumb when the pocket's completely collapsing. And second of all, I mean...
He almost got out of that.
Yeah, but he should have been moving way before that point. I mean, that's just... There's no excuse for that, except for him being a rookie. And that's something he's got to learn from.
I wonder if they're going to go for it more on 4th because of their kicker.
Yeah, I mean, you have good... I mean, at least the Browns you would expect, right?
To what, go on 4th?
Yeah. I mean, you have Cody Parkey.
Well, I don't think he's starting for him, actually. I think he's just on their practice squad.
No, I think he's your starter. Yeah, just pull up the depth chart. Don't go looking for Browns kickers. Just pull up a whole bunch of articles.
Let's see. Oh, Cody Parkey is their only one, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I said. No one takes up a practice spot with an extra kick. I mean, there are.
Yeah,
but,
actually, a fair amount do.
Yeah, but those are like the teams that like are like, they're okay, you know.
Well, that or injuries, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting the Bill Belichick commercial now.
It's a popular one nowadays.
It is pretty popular, and it's extremely cursed.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
It's an interesting, odd commercial. Not gonna lie.
But I would definitely say, obviously, Joe Burrow is doing fairly well for a rookie. I mean, I wouldn't go as far to say he's doing bad. I'd say he's doing relatively well, given that these are his first starts.
Well,
Very
yeah.
promising rookie so far. But obviously he isn't immune to mistakes, and we definitely saw that just now. Because he could have easily rolled out to his right there and at least gotten a positive yards out of that play, if not a first down. So, I mean, that's just, when he's a running quarterback too, because, I mean, he definitely is a running quarterback. He's got that mobility. I would say, he's just got to learn from that. He's got to play to his strengths.
I think his strengths are everything except the ability to take his time in the pocket. I don't know how much you watched LSU's offense, but I mean, even if you saw the championship game, the amount of time he had in the pocket because of how good their line was incredible. Obviously, that allowed his receivers to get deep downfield for deep passes and stuff like that.
Well, we're talking Joe Burrow, specifically just Joe Burrow. I mean, if he had a good offensive line, he could take his time in the pocket. That's not the issue.
Well, if Joe Burrow was in a system with a good old line with
he needs to understand
relatively good receivers,
he needs to understand
kind of like the ones he has now. I mean, that's
that's
a good team.
He needs to. Well, they don't have that, so he needs to understand that. That's what I'm saying. He needs to understand that he does not have a good offensive line, and I think that's going to be a bit of an adjustment for him too, because he's used to having LSU's offensive line. This ain't LSU's offensive line. I'd go as far as to say that LSU's offensive line could do better than what the Bengals have currently.
They've always said, take the best college team and see if they can beat the worst NFL team and replace them.
Yeah, but that causes so many issues. That would never, and the NFL owners never want to go down to being a college owner.
Could you imagine?
Oh, they'd be so mad.
Browns take the touchback there. It will be Baker Mayfield's ball. This is an offense that needs to have a resurgence this game.
I mean, I can understand losing to the Ravens on the road. But that being said, losing and only putting up 6 points is very bad. Mayfield needs to definitely get his offensive targets involved. He needs to get OBJ involved. He needs to get Austin Hooper involved. He needs to get all of these guys on this offense involved, and he just is not doing that.
Yeah. Baker takes a snap, handoff, play action, my bad. Rolls out left, looks, passes caught by Jarvis Landry for, looks like the first down or just short of.
I think it was definitely a little short there.
It'll be 2nd and 1 at the Cleveland 34, yeah.
And the problem is that this hole that Baker's dug himself into, even if he wins this game, people are just going to say, well, it's the Bengals. Everyone expects him to beat the Bengals.
Exactly, yeah.
So this game doesn't do anything for him, but if he loses it, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So it's like Mitchell Trubisky beating the Lions. It just doesn't matter. Do it against a good team, and then we'll be impressed. But he can't lose this game either.
Baker takes a snap, play action once again. Pass is up and caught deep downfield. Who is that?
That was Hodge. Impressive. That was
a deep 26-yard completion.
See, this is that Kevin Stefanski play action that I've been expecting all season long. Obviously, he could have hit Odell there, but obviously Hodge was a little bit more down the field, so I would say that's the right play. I mean, I think you always put the ball in the hands of your more skilled wide receiver, but I mean, it was worth a shot. And
1st and 10 at the Bengal 40. Baker takes a snap, handoff to Nick Chubb, and he will fight to get back to that line.
I think he actually gained
Looks like he got 1 yard and 2, yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive to get a yard out of that play. That's good on him.
Yeah.
But obviously, without a better offensive line, this run game isn't going anywhere.
I'm wondering how they're going to integrate Austin Hooper into this offense, because
they didn't even integrate the piece that they had last season yet.
Yeah.
So. It's not a situation where they needed to bring in more pieces, in my opinion. It's a situation where they needed to stabilize what they already had.
Yeah.
But that being said, Austin Hooper is a solid pickup. I mean, he's always been very good and very consistent. It's just a matter of, is that going to continue on the Browns? I don't think it's likely.
Yeah. 2nd and 9, Baker takes a snap. Pressure coming, passes complete to Austin Hooper, speak of the devil.
There he
for an
goes.
11-yard gain.
Not a bad play. And Austin Hooper owners will be glad that he got at least 2.2 points tonight. Do we have OBJ in right now? Please tell me you kept him in.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes,
good.
I believe we.
Because I think this game, at the very least, he's going to light up on the Bengals at some point.
Yeah, we left him in. We also have AJ Green in.
Well, AJ Green isn't hurt because they have him out in still.
Austin Hooper in motion. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker takes a snap. Passes, handed off
to
Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb straight up the middle for a
2-yard
gain.
It was not passed to Nick Chubb. It was handed off to Nick Chubb. Oh, and there is a flag on the play. This is likely going to be a holding, I would have to assume. Just waiting to see how long it takes the refs to figure this one out. Blindside block. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when your offensive lineman was 77 even on the right side of that play to. Where does 77 line up at? Oh, he is on the.
He was on the.
There's no reason to do that. That's the end of the play. It was over. Yeah. That's a stupid move. This is just classic Browns. They are completely undisciplined.
1st and 22 at the Cincinnati 40.
Nick
Chubb in the backfield.
I'm just kind of waiting for Myles Garrett to rip Joe Burrow's helmet off and smack him in the head.
Baker takes a snap. Nick Chubb rushes to the right. Stumbles ahead for a gain of 6.
I don't know why they're choosing to run the ball on 1st and 22. I mean, I get it. I get you got to get some of those yards back, but still, once again, look at if you guys are watching along with us, this is just an idiotic hit here. His teammate tries to come in and stop him, and he does it anyway. His teammate literally even tried to come in and stop him from doing that because he knew it was a bad idea. You can't get much dumber than that. When your teammate is trying to stop you, you're doing something wrong. 2nd
and 16. Jarvis Landry in motion. Nick Chubb to Baker's right. Baker takes a snap. Nick Chubb rushes... goes
pocket collapses.
Nick Chubb catches that for a gain of 9.
Good positive gain for Nick Chubb and Baker Mayfield there. Mayfield perfect on the night, 3 for 3 for 46 yards so far.
I think this is the way they want to integrate their running backs.
This is a very interesting stat here too. Completion percentage has gone down since getting OBJ. His touchdown to interception ratio has gotten worse, and his rating has gone down. OBJ has actually hurt this team if you think about it.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt off to Baker's right. Baker.
Oh, that's a neutral zone infraction. They didn't call it.
Baker takes a snap. Pocket is collapsing. Baker rushes out left. He will take it.
I think he's going to get a
first down and a little bit more. Looks like a gain of 8 on the play.
Given that there was and there was a fight. Alexander is getting involved with some of the Browns players. Mayfield steps in to separate everyone. The ref should have called a neutral zone infraction there. And that's a big mistake on the refs there. That should have been called. It was an easy call. He was well past the line.
That was on Odell.
I don't know. It looked like it was both of them, to be perfectly honest, which would mean that it would override, but that was a pretty easy call for the refs to make there, I think.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the Cincy 17. Nick Chubb and the fullback in the backfield. Baker takes a snap. Handoff to Nick Chubb, who rushes to the right, straight up the middle.
Chubb found a hole. He got about 6 or so yards there. Pretty good run by Chubb. Chubb is having himself a pretty good night after a relatively unproductive first game last week. I think that's fair to say. He definitely underperformed in comparison to his past.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kevin Stefanski is definitely still trying to implement his play-action pass.
And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Or it should have.
No, it's only the first.
All right. Baker takes a snap, handoff to Nick Chubb. Rushes right, finds the hole,
Chubb
goes for the first down and more, stumbles ahead, touchdown.
Chubb breaking multiple tackles to get through there. That's very impressive. He pushed himself through on that one. And this is, kind of what you would expect. The Browns have enough talent to beat up against a team that is like the Bengals, So, yeah, like they said, missed tackles that were broken. Nick Chubb just pushing through it, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's what you would expect. You would expect the more talented team to win this matchup just because both these teams are so historically bad. So once again, this is just another thing. This is good for the team if they win this game, but it's not going to in any way vindicate Mayfield. Mayfield needs to have a resurgence like he did in his first season for him to really clear his name.
Yeah. Cody Parkey coming out for the extra point. That's quite the cursed name to hear.
Oh yeah. If this game comes down to a kick, I mean,
Cody Parkey setting up for the extra point. Snap, hold is good. Cody Parkey right down the middle.
Wow, you never see that in Chicago.
We saw it just rarely and not in the playoffs.
Well, if this game comes down to a field goal, I would expect the Bengals to win.
Well, it came down to a field goal last week for the Bengals, and they lost.
I know, that's a surprise. I mean, the look of shock on Joe Burrow's face just tells you
sheer disappointment, sheer anger, just like how, especially when he marches him down the field like that.
And it's his rookie start. I mean, that's such a terrible way for his final, or for his first game to go.
Yeah.
So, this is definitely an interesting game so far. It's good to see that the Browns are at least, doing what they're supposed to at the bare minimum. It'd be nice to see if they can have some defensive stops as well that aren't self-inflicted by the Bengals.
I think, I don't think that was, an impressive... I don't think that was a very impressive,
No, I don't say
start
it's impressive.
Or offensive possession by the Browns. I think it was just what they needed for a touchdown.
That's what I said. It's not impressive. It's the Bengals. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see it. If they absolutely lit them up on those plays, 100%. But they didn't really. They definitely marched downfield, but they didn't drive downfield. They didn't dominate their way through. So.
Yeah, no, by no means did they. Yeah. I wonder how much longer the Baker Mayfield experiment will go.
He's gonna last his whole rookie contract.
How many years is left on that?
Well, this is his third year, so he has one more year left at least, unless they choose to take his fifth-year option for this year.
I would imagine they would probably do that, considering that they just got Stefanski.
I would be willing to bet that they should give him the benefit of the doubt. He has had a different coach every year he's been in the league, so they have to keep that in mind here.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think by any means Baker Mayfield is a bad quarterback.
Right, yeah.
I just believe that he is in a system where he is being set up to fail because it doesn't play to his strengths as a quarterback. I think that's perfectly fair to say. I mean, you look at what's been going on this team, and it's just organizational instability, and you can't have a quarterback developing that.
Yeah, right.
And if they drop Mayfield, there's going to be a team that is much better than the Browns that is going to pick him up, and he will become their new quarterback. Oh, and that's a bad.
No, that was good.
Oh, it could have been bad though. I would definitely agree with that. It looked like it was about to go way left
out
on that.
Yeah. And here comes Joe Burrow and Mixon and the Bengal offense, hoping to bounce back here and get the game tied.
Definitely an interesting game. I would definitely agree with that.
I hope the Bengals can at least make it competitive.
I guess it's interesting just because of the quarterback matchup in this case. Because on one hand, you have Baker Mayfield trying to keep his reputation from sliding, and on the other, you have Joe Burrow trying to,
right,
prove who he is.
Burrow takes a snap. Pass is Complete by A.J. Green.
Impressive catch by A.J. Green. That pass was bobbled because it got hit a little bit on the way in. So good for him for hanging on to that one.
And it looks like it's good for about a gain of 9.
Nice. So we got him for at least 1.9 points.
Don't mind that.
That's a good play to make for your quarterback right there.
Tough catch.
It was a tough catch. It was very heavily contested. He had hands all over him.
Almost double coverage.
I mean, you got to give him credit for that. And Joe Burrow didn't put a bad pass up. It just got tipped, you know. Mixon pushes his way through for about a gain of 5.
All that matters is that he gets points.
Yeah, that really is all that matters.
It's going to be tough for Mixon owners and Mixon. It's going to take him a minute to get going, I think, without the preseason. Plus, with the inefficient and terrible O-line that the Bengals possess, it's going to be hard for him to find big gaps to attack.
Fair.
It's just going to be a battle of outside handoffs or squeezing between linemen for 1 or 2 yard gains.
It really will come down purely to how much talent does Joe Mixon have and how good can the Bengals O-line be.
Mixon in the backfield. Burrow takes a snap.
Fakes.
Play action, looking for Boyd, and he will take
that was a dumb. That's
heavy
a
sack.
Joe Burrow needs to learn that this is not this is not college anymore. You are not going to get away with trying to pull a little stunt like that.
It was a good attempt, but
no, that's you'll never get away with a play like that in the NFL. I mean, he just twirled right into that.
Yeah.
Interesting. We got a replay of that, or maybe it wasn't a replay. I don't know. Something weird happened there. But yeah, I mean this is not going to work. That's
a ball you got to throw away.
That's a ball. He's got to learn that this is a ball you throw away. This is not college, Joe.
He got slammed by that.
He did get slammed down there. That could not have felt great. That's definitely a welcome to the NFL moment for him.
Right, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's 2nd and 19 at the Cincinnati 29, Cincinnati ball, and we're at a commercial break.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't believe he actually. I mean, I can believe he tried it because he is a rookie. But like, come on, that
was just interesting.
That's just being disrespectful to your opponent to think that at that NFL level you're going to get away with that. I mean, let's be real here. There's no way you just aren't going to get away with that.
I think he was also. Granted, all his receivers weren't really visible on the screen, but I can't imagine he went through all his progressions on that. I would imagine he was probably looking for Boyd to just slip out on that screen.
Yeah, it looked like he was. It didn't look like he was going to try to run. It looked like he was still waiting for a pass to open up. Yes, reading an advertisement for the Travie Patty. Not sponsored, but I mean, I'm going to order it later at some point, just because
everybody else is.
Yeah, everyone's doing it.
The real question is how are you going to order it?
Exactly. That is always the question.
Like, what song are you going to play? Are you going to actually say, can I have the Travis Scott meal? Or are you going to say Travie Patty? Or are you just going to start playing the song and hope they know?
Or are you going to roll up and say, you know why I'm here? And hope that they know why you're there.
Yeah, exactly. There's multiple approaches.
That there are.
Why are we getting a Rams commercial right now?
Oh boy. Man. I'm just glad football's back.
For real. Speaking of that, we will have live streams on Sunday. We'll keep you updated on Instagram for those games. You can expect the Lions-Packers game for sure, and then obviously Monday Night Football as well.
Yep. 100%.
Boy, either we're running out of things to talk during these commercials, or they're just long commercials.
They are very long commercials. These are definitely longer than they used to be. I'm positive of that now. But we are back, and the Bengals still have the ball at their own 29.
Mixon off to Burrow's right. 2nd and 19. Burrow takes a snap. Scrambling, pass is complete to Joe Mixon. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and out of bounds.
That was a pretty good gain right there.
Yeah. That's what fantasy owners, and I'm sure the Bengals owners themselves, want to see on Mixon.
Yeah.
Is versatility in the run game, which is going to be limited this season, but also the ability to catch and run.
Yeah.
Because that's a good bail option for a young quarterback with a bad line.
Burrow now 7 for 9 with 51 yards. Oh. So Burrow was trying to call timeout, and apparently the center just snapped the ball. This is... I'm not sure whose fault this really is.
Miscommunication between the center and Joe Burrow, and I would imagine Kevin Stefanski and the offensive coordinator there.
You'd assume that he just heard Burrow say something and he just snapped the ball without even thinking, which is...
Bengals punt. Browns receive, breaks one tackle, returning up just about to midfield. Or way short of midfield, that's my bad. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 43. 13:28 left.
This game is definitely getting chippy here. Carter apparently took the returner's helmet off at the end of the play there, and the refs didn't call it.
You never want to get your helmet taken off by a Cleveland, or while you're playing the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, for real.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something the Browns are going to not shake for a while. Especially after they gave a massive contract extension to Myles Garrett. I mean, it's basically just rewarding bad behavior, if we're being perfectly honest here. It
was a dumb move by Myles Garrett. But also, it's if you're the Browns defense, you cannot waive Myles Garrett for that mistake.
No, but I don't think you give him a big contract like that either. They could have saved cap space by saying you've had conduct issues in the past.
Unfortunately, if they didn't, Myles Garrett could have said, you know what, I don't even want to be here anymore, left, and some other team would have paid him more.
I don't know about that. I really don't. I think that there are now significant questions about him that people would be hesitant to sign him, and I think they'd mark him down for the same reason.
It'll be interesting to see if he becomes a free agent or actually even gets to the market, what the interest in him is. It doesn't ever seem to appear that there's trade interest for a guy like him, but I would imagine if he hit free agency, that teams would,
they'll be interested, but they're not going to sign him to big. They're going to use that against him when he goes to free agency. Teams will use that. They'll say, "Listen, we're not going to pay you that much or we're going to pay you less because of this, this, and this." And one of those is you took someone's helmet off in the game and swung at him.
Well, the Steelers certainly aren't going to offer him a contract.
No, definitely not.
Although if they did, I think that would be very funny.
Oh, yeah. We got another Baker Mayfield
commercial.
I mean, this just proves that this had to be a multi-year deal. Progressive proving why you should not sign with them because, let's be real here. They didn't think long-term to realize that, maybe we should wait on this Baker Mayfield kid. All right, well, let's see what goes down here.
First and 10 here.
You want to know what's surprising? It looks like the Browns have more fans in the stands than the Chiefs did.
I wonder if that's just because they're allowing more.
I don't think so. I think the Chiefs were actually having problems selling all the tickets they had available.
You think?
Yeah, the Chiefs... I read an article on it. They didn't sell as many tickets as they had available.
Could just be COVID concerns. Nick Chubb runs right up the middle. Looks like he's going to be stuffed. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Mayfield's still perfect on the night, 4 for 4 with 55 yards. I guess he's only thrown it 4 times, but that in itself is a little bit surprising, given the offensive weapons they have at wide receiver. I don't know why they go for Austin Hooper if they only have Baker Mayfield throw for 4 passes in the first. Doesn't make very much sense to me.
again, it could just be the whole distraction thing.
No,
Give Baker another option.
I don't think so because he's been handing the ball off a lot.
2nd and 9 at the Cleveland 44. Chubb off to the right, hands it off. Chubb
Oh,
will rush
big.
ahead for a first down and more.
Oh.
Stumble ahead, looks like for about a gain of 16.
That's a big run by Chubb right there, and it was a gain of 13 yards. Wow, that was some good blocking by the Browns offensive line there. That was good blocking, and that was a very good run by Chubb.
Yeah, found the hole and punched right through it. Good stiff arm.
Good play by the Browns offense. There's some motion in the backfield.
1st and 10. Baker takes a snap, play action.
Fakes it to Kareem Hunt.
Baker
Passes
goes
deep to
Ball is caught by
OBJ.
Odell Beckham Jr. for the touchdown.
Impressive play and some big points for me and Nolan in our fantasy league. What a pass. That's what this Browns offense has been missing.
Odell.
Yes. You get Odell involved in the play action, which is Baker Mayfield and Kevin Stefanski's strength, and good things are going to happen.
Yeah, that was a great route by Odell.
He really burned him on that play. Really burned him.
Spectacular
And that was
throw.
that was an amazing throw on the run by Baker Mayfield. I don't care what team that's against, getting it there accurately is what matters.
Exactly.
And the accuracy part doesn't factor, regardless of what team you're playing, accuracy doesn't change. So that's
they might.
No, he definitely had a
He
touchdown
definitely
there.
had that.
There's no way he didn't have that touchdown there in terms of knee down. I say that ball breaks the plane. Exactly. They have to see enough to overturn it. Knee goes down.
That's not down.
That's not. It's where knee is down. I don't know why they're focusing on his leg. His leg isn't what's. Either way, huge gain by the Browns offense.
Obviously, I hope it's a touchdown.
Obviously, we hope it's a touchdown. He's on our team.
Well, I didn't know if you hoped it was a touchdown or not.
Well, obviously,
I don't know if you have some huge commitment to the Bengals. As of right now, it's a touchdown, but under review during this commercial break.
His knee never actually touched the ground, so that's kind of the interesting part here.
It was just a really bad angle, I think, is what they showed us.
They need to go to the overhead view. I mean, they shouldn't keep showing one view.
I would imagine the refs are probably seeing a different, better view. I would hope.
Fair enough. I have to imagine if this play doesn't go the Browns' way, though, that they're just going to throw it right back to Odell so he can get this touchdown himself.
No, I bet they hand it off to Nick Chubb.
Possibly.
To be completely honest, I wouldn't, or even Kareem Hunt for that matter. Just seems like the more secure way.
I think they'll give Odell a chance to get it with one pass, you know. Why not? If he doesn't pass that point, it's not like it's going to get turned over. Man, I really love these commercials for insurance that I don't need. So, there's really not much to talk about just because Geico keeps spamming commercials at us.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just like...
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are we supposed to do here? This is
some diverse commercials.
Wow, these commercials are the same level of bland and boring. Wow. Jeez. Wow. So, in news around the league, obviously Chris Godwin is potentially not going to play this week because of concussion protocol. Unknown if he's going to clear that by the game time. Then you have Mike Evans. No word on how his status is. It's kind of just been ruling on the field stands, and it is going to be a touchdown.
That's very big for the
Cleveland Browns.
I think that's exactly what Odell and Baker needed. Just get on the same page somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's the sort of connection that they need to be having more often between Odell and between Odell and Jarvis Landry. Combine that with their run game and play action, and this team has the potential to be very, very good. Obviously, still the Bengals.
But you have to.
But you have to at least give Baker the benefit of the doubt when they do win.
5 for 5 different receivers.
He is currently yet to not. He's looked good all night. Especially that run that he had at the end. Or that running pass he had,
yes.
I should say.
Well, in other football news, I hate to go back to the Buccaneers, but what do you think about that Bruce Arians comment on Tom Brady? There's a lot of criticisms on Bruce Arians for making that comment to, how dare he say that to Tom Brady?
All right, so here's my take on it. I don't think what he said was wrong, but I think for him to be specifically talking about Tom and no one else is a little bit stupid there. Like I said, there might have been some sort of, and like Brett Favre said as well, there might have been some pre-accepted thing between them, like, hey, if this doesn't go well first game, I'm gonna go hard on you just so everyone knows, like, you're just like everyone else, even though you're not. But I'm gonna make it seem like that, and that might have been an agreement they had before the game. But if that isn't the case, I always believe that Brady's a guy who plays better when you do, like, kind of talk crap about him. But that being said, he also should have addressed the poor offensive line play. The stupid penalties on the defense. There was too much of those types of things going on for it to be just Brady's fault, and that's something that I brought up during the game too, is that Brady didn't really play a bad game. It was just that the stupid penalties kind of killed any momentum they always had. And it always seemed to happen after the run plays. It seemed like on the passing plays, the team is perfectly together, they know what they're doing. It's on the run plays and the plays that come after that things sort of break down. So that's what I think about it. I don't think there's bad blood between Bruce Arians and Brady, but I don't think it was also the proper way for him to break it down either.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Brady's taken a lot worse than you had a bad game,
Yeah, for sure.
He was told to go out and catch a pass in the Super Bowl after he had just torn his hand open, which was apparently much worse than we were led to believe back when it first happened, 3 years ago now? So.
Yeah.
Here we have the Browns fans. They're just happy to be leading. They don't know if they're going to win or not, but they are sure happy about the touchdown.
Yeah. Rightfully so. You don't just get Odell and expect him to expect him to be bad.
Exactly.
And that's all he's been since he's joined, so. Or unproductive, probably a better way to put it.
Yeah, it can't be bad if you never get past to.
Bengals take the
this is a good return.
Kickoff here.
Oh, he's breaking away. Breaks it.
And he brings it all the way up to about the 44.
Breaks a few guys' tackles on that run too. Very good
impressive run, yeah.
That kickoff was returned for 45 yards. Very impressive. That's some serious speed burst right there. Get this man out there on a wide receiver. I'd argue that looks a little bit faster than like AJ Green and Tyler Boyd,
Yeah, it was a good return. That's for damn sure.
He looked pretty fast there.
Mixon to the left. Burrow takes a snap. Looks right at Mixon. Throw complete.
Mixon gets some positive yardage out of that. Looks like about 3-4 yards. And the play is blown dead. They're doing a little Joe Burrow breakdown here of all the college teams he went on until he got to the LSU, and then obviously as the first round pick for the Bengals. you know that there are a couple schools right now who are upset that they don't get to claim Joe Burrow because he left them. But obviously, it depends on how he pans out at the NFL level.
Burrow play action. Toss again to Joe Mixon, who breaks a tackle.
Gets positive yards.
Gets positive yards once again. See, this is a big thing, is if this keeps working, which I don't think it will.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's good.
That's 5 yards.
If they can get Joe Mixon going.
Somehow Mixon was able to get out of that without losing yards and actually gained 5 yards on that play to make it 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 48. So, I mean, that was a good play by Mixon. I guess it was a good read by Burrow to an extent. He had to, but that could have easily gone the other way too. I wish that Burrow was going for a few more passes past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Instead of just dump offs.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd in motion.
It's a fake.
Pressure's coming. Pass is complete.
That was a good play by Burrow right there, and it was a good play by was that by Sample? Yes, for a 7-yard gain. That was a pretty good deception move right there.
Yeah, he was looking for the flat out to the right, but he
turned,
took a second read and found an open tight end.
That was a very good play. He completely juked them out there in terms of where his eyes were going, where he really wanted to go.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 41. Mixon in the backfield. Burrow play action. Pressure is coming. Burrow pass. Deep is incomplete. Intended target was John Ross.
And it looked like Burrow took a hit towards the end of that play. That couldn't have felt too great. Burrow's, though, not having a bad night. 10 for 13 with 68 yards, so definitely not a terrible night so far. Yeah, he just went straight through. Myles Garrett straight through there and just takes down Burrow.
2nd and 10 at the Cleveland 41. Mixon to Burrow's left. Burrow takes the snap. Pressure coming quick. Pass is complete to Joe Mixon.
Mixon
goes
going
for first down and more. Good enough for an 18-yard gain.
At the Cleveland 23. I mean, you would think Joe Mixon is a wide receiver right now with how they're using him.
I mean, it's very impressive. Seriously, I mean, the connection between Burrow and Mixon is becoming a lot faster than I thought. I seriously thought the wide receivers would have a bigger role, but if Mixon works, Mixon works.
And wasn't Mixon complaining of headaches too?
I think, but
so
I'm not too sure.
They even didn't get full practice time together, and they're this good together. So I mean, that's
Burrow takes the snap, 1st and 10. Burrow looking deep, pass is caught by the tight end Ozuma for his touchdown.
This is a game.
It really is. I mean, you hear the boos in Cleveland, but Cincinnati, that offense was. I mean, to me, it was more intriguing than the Browns' offense. It was more fun to watch.
I mean, you do expect the Browns' defense to be better, and than the Bengals' offense.
Yeah.
So I mean, Joe Burrow is proving why he's the 1st overall pick. I mean, this was a good drive by him. He kept his composure. He took some big hits on the plays, and he maintained his composure and drove downfield.
Yeah.
And he hit a bunch of different people. I mean, he hit Mixon mostly, but he's hitting tight ends. He's hitting A.J. Green and
Randy Bullock for the extra point. Right down the middle, and we got a 14-10 ball game.
Actually, that wasn't Cody Parkey.
You got 2 really bad kickers in this game.
Yeah, I know. I was really just hoping to meme on the Chicago Bears by saying, man, Cody Parkey straight down the middle again, but that wasn't the case. That's bad on me.
Cody Parkey's had 2 years to become a better kicker, so if he's better, I wouldn't be shocked.
You know what I really love about this game, though, Nolan? The color scheme. I really love the absolutely disgusting mesh of
orange and brown and white.
Orange, brown, and white.
And the occasional green.
Orange, brown, and black. It's like a Halloween party in there.
Boy, I follow every NFL team on Instagram, and the Browns posted, look at our new uniforms. The NFL posted it, too. It was like,
it's the exact
why are you so excited for these?
It's like the same thing.
It's like the Chargers being excited for those practice uniforms they wore on
Oh, look,
their
another
first
Baker
week
Mayfield
game.
commercial. This is a new one. This had to be a multi-year deal. It had to be. This dude has more commercials than Dak Prescott.
Oh.
I mean, at the very least, Dak Prescott won his division a few times.
Very true, yeah.
Progressive is just like, we have to get the next Dak Prescott on our payroll, and they've signed him to a massive, at least 2-year deal at this point. Oh. Oh.
I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. Nolan is leaving us because he just ain't that committed. He laughed at that. Don't worry. I'm not cyberbullying him because I'm right next to him. I'm just bullying him in real life. So, definitely, I mean, this is kind of what I expected, to be perfectly honest. The Bengals and the Browns being kind of close to each other. Didn't expect it to be super blown apart. I'm not sure why Marshawn Lynch is doing a Christmas-themed Tostitos commercial. I mean, we're still quite a ways away from, like, Christmas, so this commercial hasn't made sense to me for a while. Alright. It is coming back now. Let's see what the Browns do now. Will they respond to the Bengals? Yeah, Burrow having himself a pretty good night so far. That was a pretty good pass, too. He had to be ready to make that pass and be ready to go. So, definitely a good game. Definitely a good game. I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, I was kind of not expecting great football, but this is some pretty good football so far. Not quite sure what that Browns formation was for that kickoff. They had one guy kind of way out in front. Obviously, it got out of the end zone for a touchback, but a little weird there. I didn't really know what was going on with that. We will be covering the Patriots-Seahawks game this upcoming Sunday. It is going to be, I think, a very good and fun game for us to watch. Obviously, you have Russell Wilson, who absolutely went off in the first week, and Cam Newton, who kind of did the same. He kind of looked very good. Now, arguably, for him, it was against the Dolphins. So I want to see that he can maintain that against good teams, too, before I crown him back and old Cam. But Baker Mayfield has to throw that one away. Probably going to get an intentional grounding on that one, I would expect. I don't think there were any wide receivers in that area.
What did I miss?
Mayfield's pocket completely busted down, so he had to throw the ball away. I'm not sure if they're going to give him a flag for that, though, or not.
Throw it out of bounds?
The refs are discussing it. No, he threw it on the ground near his feet, so I'm not sure how they're going to rule on this. I don't see any receiving targets in that area. So that's probably going to result in a intentional grounding. Mayfield can't really argue this. This wasn't really even close. Like, there wasn't anyone in the area, if we're being realistic here. There was not anyone who he could have been throwing to. Not even close. Like, there wasn't even anyone in frame. So they are back at the Cleveland 11 because of that. They called it a 14-yard penalty for intentional grounding.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it intentional? Did it look intentional?
Oh, it was 100% intentional. My problem with it is that Baker Mayfield started arguing it afterwards.
Oh.
It was clearly intentional. There wasn't even anyone who was eligible to receive in the play.
Well, 2nd and 24. Cleveland takes the snap. Baker looking, pass is complete underneath to Odell Beckham Jr. Goes up, looks good enough for about a 7-8 yard gain.
Not sure how I feel about that third guy who came in on that OBJ tackle.
I mean, yeah, physicality is
well, yeah, but if the guy's already
coming
down
alive in this game for sure.
I really don't like that they didn't call that, just because it looked like they did hit his head there. And obviously, if the NFL is going to call head penalties, they really need to be more consistent with it, because that was definitely a instance where they didn't need to go in and hit his head because he was already down. It's like he was continuing to drive.
Yeah. So Kareem Hunt now in for Nick Chubb. Baker takes the snap. Pass is caught deep downfield.
Who is that? Was that
just short of the first down? Caught by Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry. Good catch. Looks like they're probably about 2 yards short, maybe 1 or 2. But are they going to punt it here?
It looks like they will.
I don't agree with that. You have Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry, and OBJ. I think you have the weapons here that you need to go for it. I don't think I agree with that, to be perfectly honest. Just go for it.
I think it's just a close enough game, and they're deep in their
This
territory.
is against the Bengals. Have a little faith against yourself and just do it.
Yeah, but they have to make sure they get the win this week. You know, they can't start the season 0-2. Fair catch by the Bengals with a late flag.
What is this going to be for?
Probably against the Browns. Unnecessary roughness or something of the sort.
They didn't hit anyone.
Holding.
Looks like
Or
it.
illegal block, maybe.
Wow, it's like you're a prophet. No, Nolan read that off of the chat log. So, yes, it was.
You heard the announcer said? This has been... I forget exactly what they said, but this has been a riveting game so far.
I mean, it's been a good game of football if, both the...
Just a terrible play.
What a stupid thing to do. I mean, you can't have stupid players. You really can't. Listen. There's being competitive and then there's just being stupid. That was just stupid. There was no reason to do that. The play was over. Penalties after...
Wild.
Especially plays after. Like, things that happen after the play. That's what bothers me. I mean, look at this stat line right here. Bengals have committed 1 10-yard penalty. The Browns have already committed 2 for nearly 30. It's an excuse.
The Browns have committed 2 for 30.
Yes, that's what I said. The Bengals have committed 1 for 10.
Yeah.
Mixon with a good run. So, I mean, this is just classic Browns. Even with Kevin Stefanski running play action, which is a good change. That's what they needed to be doing last year. This Browns team is just so untrained. They just aren't being professional about this. They're giving up stupid penalties. They aren't playing smart. You can't hurt yourself. You can't win a game if you're hurting yourself every single drive. You just can't.
Mixon takes another handoff.
Oh, he breaks away.
Ahead for a first down and more.
Looks like he's down around the 29. There's a flag at the end of that play, too. Probably for helmet-to-helmet on whoever brought down Mixon.
Big gain by Joe Mixon, finding all these holes tonight, which is great for him.
Oh, a holding call.
On the Bengals.
Wow, that's disappointing. That is definitely disappointing. I think Williams is on the opposite side of that play.
Well, he was on a block there, but
He was on the opposite side of that play. Mixon had already gone past. There was no reason to continue holding on to him. That's just not playing smart. Both these teams are not playing very smart tonight in terms of penalties. Obviously, the Browns are a little bit worse off, but
yeah.
Mixon goes out to the side.
Throw with a deep pass, a little bit overthrown. Intended target was AJ Green.
A lot of hands there. I mean, it was definitely back and forth. I don't know if I'd called that, but definitely was a little bit overthrown either way. So apparently LeBron James thinks Joe Burrow is a very special talent. So, I mean, I would imagine that LeBron James knows what talent looks like. So that's obviously good for Burrow that he's already getting such high praise. Pocket breaks down, thrown out, and they're going to be brought down, looks like around the 15. That's going to put them at 4th and 8. So they're probably going to have to kick this ball away.
Another dump off underneath to a running back, too.
Yep, like I thought, they are going to punt this ball away. Obviously, you really can't do anything else when you're 4th and 8 at your own 15. Looks like they're trying to draw them off sides.
Good punt, no return. 5:25 left in the second. Browns leading 14-10.
So far this has been a good game of football. It has not lacked action despite the two teams, the relative perception of both these teams anyway. No chase. Just because you have a little commercial here, it's all cutesy and animated style. I'm not interested. I already have my bank.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
But open to it.
If you
This is that same movie commercial we saw last live stream.
Oh, it was some stupid movie. Looked like it was gonna get like one person in theaters watching it. So Cleveland will have this ball inside their own 40.
Joe Mixon not having a bad night, 8.5 points. No touchdowns yet, but much better than last week.
You have to imagine those are gonna come.
Much better than 5.6 points last week. So I'll take it. I will take it for sure. Wonder how many points Chubb has. Already 11.5. Minshew, by the way.
He had himself
a game.
Who was he playing against when he did that?
The Colts.
So not a bad defense either. Not a bad defense.
Not at all.
So I mean, is Minshew the next late round QB who's gonna turn into something special? That will be interesting to see.
Alrighty, we'll be 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns at the Cleveland 33.
Mayfield only 7 of 8 tonight for 121 yards and a touchdown.
Hand off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb runs up to the left, and he will be taken for a loss of 2 on the play.
Good play by the Bengals defense there.
Yeah, I mean, if they can stop
Nick Chubb,
Nick Chubb in the run game,
they kind of kill that play action that Kevin Stefanski's trying to start up here. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if 8 passes is all they have to do to get where they've gotten so far, I guess it's not bad, but no running backs in the backfield. Looks like it'll be a pass here from Mayfield. Mayfield looking, pressure coming. Mayfield throws. Good to Odell. 2 flags down on the play.
OBJ still up. He's still going.
And he will go. That looked like a horse collar at the end there, but he goes.
Those are a lot of flags. It looked like Jarvis Landry got laid out there. This is probably a flag on the Bengals that's going to add on to the end of this play.
Yeah.
Actually, that was on Hooper. That's my bad.
Oh, that's good for an 18-yard gain for Odell. That was pretty crazy catch and run there. Wow, I can't believe Austin Hooper's a Cleveland Brown.
I know, it's really weird to see him in that uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to add on to the end of that play. But the penalty is going to be declined as well as the play. Okay. So that was an OBJ catch for 18 yards. OBJ spinning out of it because the Bengals looked like they just kind of gave up after the end of the play because they thought it was going to be over.
Yeah.
So they actually cost themselves even more yards. This is what I'm telling you about OBJ. He has a lot of upside if they keep playing like this.
Yeah. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Tight end motion to the right. Baker takes a snap. Hand off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb runs up the left, goes up for a gain of about 4 or 5.
They'll probably give him about 5. 6. That's a pretty bad spot. I don't know if I agree with that one at all.
Here we go. Here's the Austin Hooper play.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can see it towards the end there, but he was definitely getting tackled as he went down.
Quite the spin, though, from Odell right
I know
there.
OBJ spinning out. That was a good play by him. That was some good heads up that he didn't just stop playing as soon as he saw the flag.
I'm just waiting for Baker to not go 8-9 anymore. One incompletion's not bad. Mayfield takes a snap.
Deep pass.
Deep, looking for Odell.
Oh, that's
a hold.
He was pulling on the jersey. That's a clear pass interference there.
Yeah, so missed blown call. Another shot deep to Odell.
This is good to see, but like this should have been pass. That pull on the jersey is pass interference. That is supposed to be flagged. This is bad calling by the refs. I didn't know refs needed preseason too. Yeah,
So this is something that I think should be allowed to be challenged. That's really bad missed call.
This happened right in front of the ref. How is this missed?
Anyways, 3rd and 4 here. Baker takes his
Kareem Hunt getting the first carry of the night.
Hunt, and it'll be a first down.
So the Browns respond right back. I mean, this is different from Browns of last year, where that sort of missed call would have killed them. They are continuing to play hard here. This is good to see. They aren't getting demoralized like they did last year.
Yeah.
They know that they're capable of. They know what they're capable of.
Wait, I wonder how different the Chiefs' offense would have been if Kareem Hunt stayed.
He wouldn't have, for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah. You didn't have to bring that up. Baker takes a snap, play action.
Oh,
pressure coming, he evades it, rushes out right. He'll take it, dump it off for about an 8-yard gain to Kareem Hunt.
Good play by Kareem Hunt and Baker Mayfield there to work together on that.
And a good late sideline pass by Baker.
Mayfield, only 2 incompletions on the night.
139 yards, too.
9 for 11, actually. My apologies, Baker. So he's having himself a pretty good game.
2:34 left. 14-10 Cleveland. It'll be second one at the Cincinnati 25.
This is definitely looking like a run here, although obviously this could be a play action.
Tight end in motion, Nick Chubb in the backfield. Handoff to Nick Chubb, rushing up the left side, and he will be brought down for about a gain of 2.
He got the first down, though.
It looks like the Browns are looking for passes on 1st and 2nd down and going for dump offs or runs later in the downs.
I'm glad to see they're getting OBJ involved down deep. I mean, that should have been pass interference, but it's good to see that they're still attempting it. Because OBJ would have had that ball had he not been held. I'm almost positive of that.
And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 14-10 Cleveland.
Wow. If you guys are seeing the same commercial as us, it's a lot. All right, then.
Cody Parkey hit a 37-yard field goal in warm-ups, but guess what? It hit the upright and went in.
Maybe it's a sign that his luck has changed that it went in. So, Baker Mayfield and the Browns having a very good night so far. Let's see if it can continue. I mean, I'm impressed. It certainly looks like they're a different team. It just appears as though better teams that are supremely better, like that of the Ravens, you might want to hold off starting their players.
Yeah.
I mean, that might not be true either. That was also week 1. They were playing one of the best teams in the league. So, at least in terms of last year's standards, we don't really know quite who the Ravens are yet this year. I would argue we don't really know who anyone is this year yet. Nolan is talking crap on Instagram because someone insulted his Cubs. So I'm going to let him do that. So this has been an interesting game. I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised. I thought this was going to be kind of a bumming game. But it's looked good so far. Russell Wilson, though. It finally looks like they're in a pass-first system. Huh? I mean,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if it continues, but
Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf.
I would imagine that they would try to integrate Chris Carson a little bit in the run game, but I mean, if they can use him in the pass game, why the hell not?
Exactly. I mean, it looks like
Granted, if they're on the 1 yard line, though,
they should probably run that ball. That being said, definitely interesting to see. Definitely increases Russell Wilson's odds of being an MVP candidate this year. Hands off the ball, I don't know if I agree with that play call, but it gets him a yard. It worked the first time, but I think the second time the Bengals kind of saw what was coming there. Today being the NFL's birthday, the official 100th birthday of the NFL, they're breaking down all the franchises, 78 franchises across 60 cities. I don't know if that's something you exactly want to brag about, because that means that a lot of teams, or a lot of cities that originally had franchises no longer do. But that being said, this is a very cool stat line if you're watching along with us. Definitely a very historic league. I mean, a lot of history there. Definitely worth checking out.
2nd and 9 for Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Brown offense. I always wondered what should the mascot be for a Cleveland Brown. Granted, it's a dog, but I don't really know what a brown is. Nick Chubb off to Baker's right. Baker takes the snap. Baker looks deep downfield.
What a bullet.
Spectacular catch by Hodge on the sideline.
What a bullet. Hodge is apparently becoming like this sort of like mid-range target guy for Mayfield, it seems like.
Looks like he's a good sideline target, apparently.
Yeah, he's kind of like a little Julian Edelman type guy, honestly. Look at with how he runs his routes. At least that's the first guy I thought of, Mid-range guy.
Good security blanket, I guess.
Yeah.
If it works for Baker, it works for the Cleveland Browns.
Exactly.
Austin Hooper motions to the right, Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker takes the snap, hands off to Nick Chubb to the right. Nick Chubb bounces left, and he'll get about a 3-yard gain on that play.
He kind of slid a little bit there. Looks like he probably would have gotten more, but it looks like he just kind of slipped a little bit, so unfortunate for him. But he's had himself a pretty decent night so far, I'd say. They are breaking down notable injuries right now. Michael Thomas out for several weeks with his ankle. Le'Veon Bell with his hamstring is on IR. Marlon Mack unfortunately tore his Achilles. He's out for the rest of the season. And Richard Sherman is having calf issues, and he's been placed on IR. Who knows what's going to happen with Richard Sherman there. He is obviously getting up there in age. Who knows if he's going to return and be the same guy.
Second and goal. Baker Mayfield.
OBJ out on the right.
No running backs in the backfield. Nick Chubb far out to Baker's left. Travis Landry motions over to the right. Baker takes a snap. Pressure coming. Looks right. Scrambles right. Looking towards the end zone.
Everyone's
Pass
covered. He throws it away.
Throws it away.
I mean, OBJ and Jarvis Landry, I don't think you should have both those guys on the same side. You should have them on opposite sides, kind of spread their defense out a little bit. Not sure. I mean, I can see certain scenarios where it would be helpful, but in this case, it's just such short range that I don't think it's going to help. So I think they need to spread those guys apart, at least on the goal line. Give a little play action, too, with Mixon, too.
Odell out to Baker's left. Kareem Hunt to his right. Jarvis in motion. Baker takes a snap. Looking right, pass is complete to a wide open Kareem Hunt in the end zone. Touchdown Browns, 21-10.
A good play by Kareem Hunt, and I'm happy because I have him on one of my fantasy teams. So I get that point per reception, that 0.6 yards, and that touchdown. And it looks like this Browns offense is just rolling. Joe Burrow's going to need to get some points on this. OBJ, not having himself a bad night either. AJ Green, on the other hand, not so much. He only has 1.38 points right now. So, interesting to see if he gets himself going in the second half. And Cody Parkey right down the middle. What a beautiful kick.
That was not right down the middle.
It was right down the middle when it went through the upright. It curved at the end.
It's like a drunk driver. He's always slanting left.
Well, it went right down the middle, and it was a beauty. One that could have sent you to the Super Bowl, but it didn't.
No, one that could have sent us to the second round.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Or to the first round. We were in the wild card game.
Were you?
Yes. Because the Packers won the division. We won the division.
Exactly.
So no, it was the first round.
Yeah. There's no way you would have been playing on wild card weekend.
We were good as hell that year. Hells yeah.
Yeah, that must have been nice for you.
Bears have the fourth best chances of making the playoffs in the
you
entire league.
Do you still remember what it's like to have like double-digit wins?
And a Lions fan is asking me that. Just for reference. Do you remember having a winning record?
Yeah.
When? Like 2002?
No, we had one very recently. The year before we hired Patricia, we went 9-7.
Was it good enough?
And the year before that, we went to 9-7. Yeah, we made the playoffs. But going 9-7 and making the playoffs wasn't good enough for Martha Ford, though. She fired Jim Caldwell and hired Matt Patricia, who has since gone and still hasn't had a 9-win.
I bet that year you couldn't get enough Patriots players. So
no,
you were like,
it was actually once
we get a Patriots coach.
It was actually once we started bringing in the Patriots players after we hired the Patriots coach that we started having problems. Does what's his face? Why can't I think of his name? Does Jamie Collins headbutting a ref sound familiar?
Last
week?
Last week.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem started to get worse when we kept brought in the Patriots players, not better. When they lose Bill Belichick's authoritarian rule, they kind of just become wild. They're just like, we're free now. We can have fun and do whatever we want. I'm going to headbutt the ref. You go for it. Go for it. Do it. Do it. Oh my God, he actually did it. What a madman. Whoa.
And then an instant ejection.
Yeah, instant ejection. Glad we're playing that man multi-millions so he can get himself ejected in the first quarter of a game. Could have used him in that game. Bengals getting ready to receive here. All right, Browns are kicking, and there it goes.
And that will be good for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cincy 25.
You know, I've kind of always wondered, has a ball ever just on a touchback gone straight back and hit a ref as he's running up to call it a touchback in the face? Has that ever happened?
Probably at some point. I would imagine.
It's 100 years in the NFL today. I have to imagine
it's a lot of kicks.
Yeah, it's a lot of kicks. All right, so we are back. Joe Burrow under center.
It'll be 1st and 10. No running backs in the backfield. Burrow takes a snap, looking shallow underneath. Pass is caught by Tyler Boyd for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cincy 36.
And he did get out of bounds, so the Bengals do not need to waste their timeout. Joe Burrow having himself a very good night as well. 14 for 18, 125 yards, and a touchdown. So, I mean, once again, neither of these quarterbacks is having a bad night. It's just I think that the Browns are a slightly better team in terms of their play. Obviously, in terms of discipline, I would disagree on that. I think that the Bengals clearly have shown that they get less penalties. But that being said, talent-wise, the Browns are far more stacked than the Bengals.
Yeah. Giovanni Bernard, looks like, off to Burrow's right. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming. Pass is complete. And that
looks like
should be good for a gain of 6 to C.J. Uzomah.
Looks like about 7-yard, actually. But they're probably going to...
Hustling to get back to that line. 2nd and 4 at the Cincinnati 42. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming.
Their lineman gets that was a low shot on Burrow there. That's probably going to be a flag. He had already thrown the ball away at that point. to go low on Burrow like that is a very dangerous play. I mean, that rule was implemented after Brady got his whole Achilles torn, I believe, or ACL, I believe. My apologies.
I don't think that was on purpose, though. I think that was just a result of the tackle.
Yeah, but it's dangerous when you're a 300-pound guy and you just go rolling into someone's legs. I mean, let's be real here. Joe Burrow might run fast, but yeah, that could have easily not ended well there.
Yeah. Well, it's a 10-yard penalty.
Did they say why?
Holding on Cincinnati.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Burrow takes the snap.
Runs.
Scrambling. Looking downfield. Pass is complete to T. Higgins on the sideline.
Good play by T. Higgins.
That's that LSU-Clemson connection that didn't exist until today.
And that was a good play by Burrow and Higgins here. I mean, he had to shake him, and then and Burrow had to make that throw on the run. So that was a good play by both of them there.
Yeah, Higgins' first pick in the second round, I think, was quite the snag for the Cincinnati offense to bring up a young quarterback with a young receiver.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys can develop together, I mean, think about how good that is going to be for this team.
1st and 10 at the 50, Burrow scrambling, pass, incomplete, intended target was C.J. Uzomah.
The line really just broke down there. I mean, there was nothing Burrow could really do with that.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10. You can cough with the mic unmuted.
No, I don't want to hurt their ears. So. All right, so looks like the Browns are probably going to force. Well, actually, it's only 2nd and 10 right now.
It's like Bernard off to Burrow's right.
Burrow takes the snap, drops back.
Pressure coming. Pass incomplete to John Ross. And that looks like it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Burrow 16 for 22 on the night. Not too shabby. No picks yet. Not jinxing him, but I would imagine with this offensive line play, something is bound to happen.
I mean, yeah, exactly. A mistake is bound to happen here when he's running for his life most of the plays now.
Mixon off to Burrow's right. Ball is snapped. Burrow takes it. Dropping back. Pressure coming fast. Pass is caught on the sideline.
There is a flag on the play. So hopefully for A.J. Green owners, this isn't going against the Bengals, but it looks like it's going to be based on A.J. Green's reaction here.
Hopefully for us.
We're playing A.J. Green.
Yeah, I know.
So he doesn't look happy. That's not good for us.
Let's see. I would go for it on
Cleveland
35.
5-yard penalty on Cleveland for an offside.
It'll be 3rd and 5 at the Cleveland 45.
So they're going to do that so they can... Oh, that was on Myles Garrett. They're doing this so they can replay 3rd down. So A.J. Green's points will be nullified there.
Mixing off to Burrow's right. Burrow audibles. In motion. Burrow takes the snap. Pressure coming. Pass is caught by A.J. Green for the 1st down. Wild. These catches A.J. Green are making. Heavily contested.
This is very important that the Bengals score here. If they can score going into the half, that is going to give them a big momentum boost that they really need right about now. A.J. Green really gets driven in the ground there. He pops back up, so it appears he's okay, but he has taken some pretty big hits this game. But he's still out on the field, and he looks okay, so that's good for... it's definitely good for the Bengals. Definitely good for him as well. The interesting part is that neither of these teams can really afford to lose this game.
I don't think either of them are really playoff bound by any means.
Well, no, but this game is definitely a big decider in that.
Oh, yeah. I think this is just a big game for... This is essentially preseason still. I mean, you're both teams figuring things out. Burrow takes the snap. Pressure coming. Burrow looking.
Burrow gets
Goes
bumped
to
by his
scramble.
lineman.
Pass is lofted. Out of bounds.
I mean, there's nothing he really do there. He got completely bumped by his offensive lineman. Just getting absolutely owned by the Browns' defensive line. So, I mean, there's not much you can do there. If you get hit like that as you're throwing the ball, it's going to come out wobbly and it's going to be overthrown. So, it's better that he just got that ball out of bounds.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the Cleveland 39. 30 seconds left in this half. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming. Pass is
Fired.
incomplete. Intended for A.J. Green.
A little slow to get up there. That was a pretty good throw. I think it hit him right in the hands, too, which is the unfortunate part here. Let's see.
A little high on
A little
that,
high, but
can't ask for much from a rookie quarterback with a faltering pocket. Ozuma in motion. Burrow takes a snap. Line collapsing. Pass is caught for the first down.
they're going to need to rush up to the line here.
Ball is snapped and spiked by Joe Burrow. That'll leave the Bengals with 12 seconds to work with. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the Cleveland 25.
It's good work. Now, the question is, are they going to try one more passing play to try to get a touchdown here? Or are they going to just take a field goal? Because then they're only down one score if they get a field goal here.
Looks like they will go for it here. 12 seconds left.
I mean, they probably have time for one passing play.
Yeah. Mixing off to Burrow's left.
Oh, and there's a timeout called by the Browns, I believe.
Second and 10. 12 seconds left coming off that Cleveland timeout. Bernard off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes a snap, looking deep towards the end zone. Pass is
Picked, but out of bounds.
But it looks like it'll be out of bounds. Intended target was A.J. Green. 6 seconds left. 3rd and 10. I would say just go for the field goal at this point.
Yeah, they probably should take the field goal here. So if he makes this here, it will only be a one-possession game.
Yeah. Boy, is it weird seeing limited attendance in those stands.
No, that's normal for the Browns.
No, it's not. Brown Stadium is usually packed. I mean, granted, every stadium is packed, but, 2 seconds left. It'll be Cleveland's ball following the kickoff. I would imagine it'll just be a touchback, and that'll bring us to half.
Well, the clock doesn't start until ball is taken. So.
Right, so they could return.
Well, they won't return. They'll have 6 seconds left at the 25.
2 seconds left.
Or 2 seconds left. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. And odds are they won't be, I don't think the Bengals offense is that bad to let up a deep bomb from Baker Mayfield.
Well, you never know. Could happen.
92.7 passer rating for the rookie Joe Burrow. 18 for 28 on the night. Not too shabby.
His completion percentage should be a little bit better, too, but he's had to get rid of the ball a few times because his line has just completely collapsed. So, I mean, I'd say, yeah, I agree. Very good game for him so far.
And here's Bullock for the kickoff. Squib kick.
And they're going
And
to
it
let
will
that
bounce into the end zone. It'll
go.
be Cleveland 1st and 10 at the 25.
So Cleveland does technically have the option here to try to run a bomb play with 2 seconds left.
Look for Odell deep here.
And Baker Mayfield is instead just going to kneel.
And that'll bring us to half. Score is 21-13. It'll be Cleveland's ball to start the second half. And, yeah.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good start right there, I'd say.
Not too shabby. A little
Don't you
disappointing the
agree?
Bengals couldn't get a touchdown out of that last drive, but at least it's a one-possession ball game.
Yeah, that's all you can really ask for in this game. Just keep yourself in it.
Granted, Cincinnati will have to go for a 2-point conversion, but
That's
still one
better.
possession.
That's better than being down more than 2. You know.
Yeah. So that half, who do you think's going to take this one in the second half?
I mean, if the Browns can keep playing the way they have, they're gonna take it. Even if the Bengals continue to play as they have too, because I mean, to this point, the Browns had played a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati could. I see the situation where Cleveland could continue dominance, but Cleveland's offense is looking pretty one-dimensional. If it's not a run, it's a play action, which then goes for a 7-8 yard pass.
Yeah.
And the occasional deep bomb that's only worked once so far. I could see a situation where the Bengals come back, but I'm imagining Kevin Stefanski and the Browns offense start to get rolling here in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like they're really starting to roll now, so I can definitely see that as well.
Stand up and stretch.
There are going to be some very interesting games coming up this weekend. Buccaneers have a game that they can really just kind of get ready for their next opponent in the Panthers before they go on to play the Broncos. And I believe the Broncos, much as I like Drew Lock, but with another week of preparation, because, I mean, let's be real here, Carolina's tanking, and their only real offensive weapon is Christian McCaffrey. I think the Bucs are going to be able to overpower the Panthers very easily. So, the Bucs should be able to win that game pretty handily. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was close. And against the Broncos, I mean, once again, they're good, but in terms of their defense, they lost Von Miller. And he was a big driving factor of that defense. Looks like LeBron is just cheering for both sides in this, between Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield. So, I mean, this
The Ohio boy hyping up the Ohio team.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm surprised he doesn't have a favorite, given he grew up in Ohio. But
I think he's from Akron, so he played in Cleveland. So I would imagine he would
side with
favor the
Cleveland.
Browns,
but he talked about how special Joe Burrow clearly was. So, I mean, maybe he's just a fan of both. I don't know.
Was at Ohio State, and LeBron is a big OSU fan.
I mean, that's true as well, but
Boy, that truly was a spectacular
grab by OBJ.
grab by OBJ.
And a great throw by Baker Mayfield, too. Put it right where he could get it.
Yeah.
And he has OBJ has 3 receptions for 68 yards and a touchdown on 4 targets. So he's only dropped 1, has a 75% catch rate. If OBJ can continue to be this dominant, the Browns are looking up. With that being said, though, I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Nolan will keep you entertained while I am gone.
Oh boy. Let me tell you. I really, really want to see an explosive play here to start the half. A Nick Chubb big run would be interesting. A deep bomb to Odell would be awesome. What?
Pouring water while
Well, if the stream has a problem with me drinking and eating in the middle of it, then And they should try eating while they're playing. Well, they should try eating while they're watching football because it's truly fun. Wild. Absolutely wild.
It is, isn't it?
And enjoy some hot and spicy pork rinds. Still halftime here, so keep you updated. I'll talk as much as I can. Not much to talk about right now, but so some bounce back games here for Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb respectively. Joe Mixon has 8 rushes for 25 yards, but he's been using the passing game, averaging 10 yards per reception for 40 yards. Odell as well, 3 receptions, 68 yards in a TD. Definitely impressive numbers between those 3 guys, and then the two Ohio quarterbacks, and Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield. Impressive numbers so far. Both above 167 passing yards. 2 touchdowns for Baker, 1 for Joe Burrow. I'm curious to see if I'm about to call them the Baker Mayfields, the Cleveland Browns are going to be able to contest with the Ravens or Steelers atop the division. I would imagine they'll struggle against them, but this offense, it's a couple practices and maybe a game away from shining. It doesn't look bad right now. So they're currently looking at the evolution of Joe Buck. Pretty interesting. So yeah, Sunday we'll be live for Lions Packers, Ravens Texans, and then hopefully Patriots Seahawks. And then Monday night we'll keep you updated on Instagram as to if we get to the Saints Raiders game. So just keep up to date on our social medias. Instagram unrestricted_sports, Twitter unrest1sports. Find us there for updates, news, analysis, and more. So the Bengals are getting they're getting all they can ask for from Joe Burrow for now. Now it just rests in the hands of the Bengals to front office to really improve this offensive line and improve how Joe Burrow can play. Alrighty, it looks like it's gonna be just me the rest of the way. Brennan had to depart for personal reasons, which is totally fine. I'm willing to take this the rest of the way. Take it the distance. Second half getting set to resume shortly. And we will be right back. And we're back. Kickoff. Cleveland, 1st and 10. Following Reggie Bullock's kick. That'll be good for a touchback. So Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker takes play action. Pass is caught by the fullback. And that'll be good enough for loss of 1. Officially called no gain. Nick Chubb off to Baker's right. Hodge in motion. Baker takes a snap, hand off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb runs left, finds a hole, rushes up the middle for a gain of 7. 3rd and short coming up at the Cleveland 32. 14 remaining in the third quarter. 21-13 Cleveland. Nick Chubb off to Baker's left. Tight end in motion. Hooper in the slot. Offsides. Flag down in the Browns' backfield. Should be offsides on the Bengals. My bad. False start on the same offensive lineman as before for Cleveland, so that'd be a 5-yard loss, 5-yard penalty. Third and 8. Nick Chubb to Baker's left. Baker. Audibles. Ball snapped. Baker looking. Pass is caught for first down and a little bit more by Austin Hooper. You hear some boos in the stands. Don't understand why exactly, but that Austin Hooper catch is going to be good for a gain of 10. First down at the Cleveland 48. Nick Chubb takes the handoff, runs right, finds 2 holes, runs for first down and more. That'll be good for a gain of 11. Good second effort there. That'll be 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 48. Baker and shotgun, tight end in motion. Travis Landry outside to the left. Gets put in motion as well. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Hand off. Play action, my bad. Fooled me. Baker Mayfield looking deep downfield. Pressure coming. Dumps it off to Austin Hooper. Passes incomplete. Like I said, intended target was Austin Hooper behind the line of scrimmage. So some more touching and feeling for Odell and his respective defensive back. Baker Mayfield in shotgun. Nick Chubb off to Baker's right. He'll take the handoff, run left, find a hole, and run for a gain of 2. And that brings up 3rd and 8 at midfield. Baker Mayfield slowing down a little bit compared to the first half. He's 13 for 17 for 177 yards. This brings up 3rd and 8. Pretty good 3rd down conversions here for the Browns. Kareem Hunt off to Baker's right. Hooper was in motion. Baker takes a snap, looking downfield for that 1st down. Pass is caught by Odell Beckham Jr., who fights and struggles. That'll be good for a gain of 7, bringing up 4th and 2 at the Cincinnati 44. I'd expect Cleveland to go for it here. They're kind of on a roll. Seems like a no-brainer, especially with this play-action offense they run. Fourth and 2 at the Cincinnati 44. Jarvis Landry in motion. Kareem Hunt off to Baker's right. Baker takes a snap, immediately looks left to Jarvis Landry on a slant route underneath. Jarvis Landry runs down the field for a 21-yard gain. Electric play. Good route by Jarvis Landry. This will be 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Fake handoff. Chubb takes it up the middle, finding a hole. Breaks one tackle, breaks another. Rushing for the 1st down and more. And gets brought down right into the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb on a spectacular grab and go. It's a 23-yard touchdown run, giving Cleveland a 27-13 lead. 2-possession ball game. Spectacular lead blocking by Browns O-linemen, and then leveling up as they got to their wide receivers and tight ends down the field. Play is under review. Looks like Nick Chubb might be a little short, which is good for me, because I'm going against him in fantasy this week. So, take away all the touchdowns from him, and I will be very happy. This is very good news for Kevin Stefanski and the Browns offense, however. That's really starting to click. Now, whether it can continue on and transfer to a tougher opponent is a story for next week. And that'll bring us to a Baker Mayfield commercial. So a touchdown was called back. It'll be first and goal at the Cincinnati 1-yard line. Nick Chubb got that rush for 22 yards instead of 23. So here comes Baker Mayfield back at the line. First and goal, Nick Chubb in the backfield. And I would imagine they would get a touchdown out of this. Taking a good portion of time in the huddle. And here we go. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Looks like it'll be a run. Baker takes the snap, hand off to Nick Chubb right up the middle. And he is stuffed for a loss of 2. At least 1 on the play. Von Bell on the stuff. Looks like that'll go for a loss of 1. Another play, Nick Chubb in the backfield, fullback in front of him. Tight end in motion, Baker takes the snap. Hand off to Nick Chubb again, stuffed again. That looks like it'll be about a loss for 1. Tackled by Christian Covington. So third and goal here. This is where I thought the struggles would begin, is when this run doesn't work, what are they going to do? So they put 2 receivers out wide, Jarvis and Odell. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker takes a snap, play action. Pass is just out of the reach of Odell Beckham. Darius Phillips, spectacular coverage. So Kevin Stefanski and the Browns offense going for it here on 4th and goal. Odell and Jarvis off to Baker's right, tight end in motion. Nick Chubb to his left in the backfield. Audible called. Baker takes a snap, hand off to Nick Chubb. And the whistles are blown before the snap. So Stefanski did take a timeout there. So it was an offensive communication error, not an attempt to get the Bengals to go off sides. Stefanski wants some hurry up here. Baker. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Fullback motion's over. Baker. Snap. Off to Nick Chubb. Runs to the right. And it looks like he is just short. Appears as if he is short. About a half yard. Looks like it will be Cincinnati's ball here. Good goal line stand by the Bengals D. So 4 rushing attempts for Nick Chubb and 4 stuffs by that Bengals D. Interesting play call there by Kevin Stefanski to go for it multiple times with Nick Chubb on the goal line. But with that, it'll be 1st and 10. Cincinnati 1. And Joe Mixon in the backfield. I would imagine Mixon would get the ball here. And it works. Burrow with the hard count and gets the Browns defensive tackle to jump off sides. Filing a Joby. That'll be a 5-yard penalty on Cleveland. And they'll get Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense out of the end zone. Burrow's still in the backfield. Or Mixon's still in the backfield. Burrow takes a snap. Hand off to Mixon. Mixon runs straight up the middle. And it looks like it's good for about a 3-yard gain. Second and 1 at the Cincinnati 9. Mixon gets the ball on a handoff, and it looks like he'll rush for a 2-yard gain and the first down. Couple of chirps between Mixon and the linebackers on the Browns, my bad. So here's Joe Burrow yet again. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 11. Mixon motions to the left. Burrow takes a snap. Pass is almost intercepted. Intended target was A.J. Green. Denzel Ward on the pass breakup. Very good recognition there by Denzel Ward. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the Cincinnati 11. Joe Mixon off to Burrow's right. Burrow with 2 audibles. Scrambling around to get all the audibles correct with his old lineman. Mixon to his right. Burrow takes a snap. Hands off to Mixon, who runs left, runs up the middle, can't find a hole, and gets pushed ahead for a 1-yard gain. Good run defense there from the Browns O-line and linebackers. Tackle by Porter Gustin. This brings up 3rd and 9 at the Cincinnati 12. 6:20 here remaining in the third quarter. 21-13 Cleveland. Burrow takes a snap, and he is sacked for an 8-yard loss, and he fumbled. And it looks like the Browns will take over at the Cincinnati 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the Cincinnati 1. This is exactly what Brendan and I were talking about when we were saying that it'll be tough for Joe Burrow to continue playing well without mistakes like this. I wouldn't say this is completely on him by any means, but something that it's just punishment from our lack of offensive line talent. You know, if you get 2 rushers coming through every time, Burrow can't always make a play or run. So this is one of those times, unfortunate, but it'll be Cleveland 1st and goal at the Cincy 1. Looked to be Myles Garrett in on that sack fumble. Joe Jackson recovers and gives Cleveland a great opportunity to get another touchdown back here. Interesting to see if they continue to feed Chubb here, but Chubb in the backfield. Baker motions handoff, play action. Pass is lofted just out of the reach of Austin Hooper. Couldn't get both feet in. Bringing up 2nd and goal. Second and goal. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker motions the fullback to the left. Handoff to Nick Chubb, who splits right, splits left, and finds the end zone. So that's what the Browns offense was looking for. That last possession, they finally get it here. And that will give Nick Chubb his touchdown back on a 1-yard touchdown run. Cincinnati now down 13-27 with 5:45 left in the third quarter. And here's Cody Parkey on the extra point and drills it. (28-13), 5:44 left in the third quarter. It will be Cleveland first, sorry, not Cleveland. It'll be Cincinnati 1st and 1, following the ensuing 1st and 10. Sorry, wow, following the ensuing kickoff. So here we go. 28-13, Cleveland. Cody Parkey on the kickoff. And that's a far right boot. That looks like it will be bounced out of bounds, flagged down on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 40 for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 40. No running backs in the backfield. Burrow takes the snap. Pass is complete underneath Tyler Boyd, and he gets hit right away. Wow. Flag down on the play. Andrew Sendejo. Personal foul, lowered his head when he went to go tackle Tyler Boyd, which is why it looked so bad. But rightfully so, I guess. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 25. Joe Burrow takes a snap, passes complete deep to A.J. Green for a 15-yard gain. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are in no-huddle offense right now. Joe Mixon off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes a snap, play action, pass is deflected. Intended target was Sample on the play, but interrupted by a Cleveland defensive back. Third and 4 at the Cleveland, second and 10, my bad. Burrow steps up in the pocket, climbs it, gets away, will scramble here, and he'll take that for about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the Cleveland 19. Burrow takes a snap on 3rd and 3, hands off to Mixon, who gets stuffed for a loss of 2. An incredibly tough loss there for Joe Mixon and the Burrows. And the Bengals offense. They will go for it here on 4th and 4. 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. 28-13. Burrow takes a snap, looking deep, climbs the pocket. He will rush here, and he will get the first down and more. Joe Burrow rush looks like it was good for about a gain of 6 or 7. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 13. Joe Burrow has led the offense into the red zone once again. Joe Burrow in the backfield. Tyler Boyd in motion. It'll be a pitch to Joe Mixon on the outside, who will rush, and he'll get a head up for about a 5-yard gain. That'll bring Cincinnati down to the Cleveland 8 at 2nd and 5. Next Thursday, we have Miami versus Jacksonville in what should be the thriller of Florida. So catch us again live on Unrestricted Sports. 2nd and 6 at the Cleveland 9. Mixon off to, Giovanni Bernard off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes the snap, passes complete to Bernard, who will fight ahead, and it'll be 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 4. Carl Joseph on the stop on Bernard. Burrow and hurry up offense gets the snap off, hands off to Bernard, and runs right up the middle for a first down and the touchdown. Bernard, 4-yard touchdown. That closes the lead to a 28-19 game. One possession ball game yet again for the Bengals. Looks like they will be going for it here on for two. Bengals looking to go for it here for a 2-point conversion to try to make it a 7-point game. Looks like the score or the scoring play is under review. 28-19 as of right now on a Giovanni Bernard touchdown. 1:52 left in the third quarter, and we'll be right back. So it looks like Bernard was just short of that touchdown. Seems to be a trend here for the Ohio teams and their running backs. It'll be Cincinnati first and goal at the Cleveland 4 or Cleveland 1. And off to Mixon, who will be stuffed behind the line for a 4-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and goal at the Cleveland 5. Mixon off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes a snap. Pass is incomplete. Intended target was Ozuma. Flag on the play. Looks like it will be holding against the Cleveland defense. So that'll be 1st and goal at the Cleveland 2. Intended target was Sample, not Ozuma. That on that pass. That's my bad. So Ozuma in motion, Mixon off to Burrow's right. Snap. Burrow scrambles left. Pass is complete. Oh, bobbled by Tyler Boyd. Physically showing his frustration there. Burrow getting knocked around by this Browns pass rush. Tough catch there. Second and goal, Mixon off to Burrow's left. AJ Green out to his right. Mixon motions over. Burrow takes a snap, hand play action, and Burrow will rush and take it for a loss. Looks like about a loss of 7 on the play. Porter Gustin on the tackle. So 3rd and goal at the Cleveland 9. No running backfield. Burrow takes a snap. Pressure coming immediately. Burrow looking for the end zone. Pass is deflected. Flag down. Intended target was Sample. Looks like the penalty is against Cincinnati on this one. So pass interference called on Ozuma, which will result in 4th and goal for the Cincinnati Bengals. Looks like they're gonna have to settle for a field goal here. So yeah, field goal unit comes out. Tough goal line stand for the Bengals. Good defensive outing so far for the Browns. Randy Bullock, 2 for 2 on the night. Looking to make his 3rd. 27-yard chip shot. Snap. Hold is good. Randy Bullock drills it. 3 for 3 on the night. Cleveland fans are rightfully hyped. Well, that's a really tough stand there for Cincinnati. That'll be a Randy Bullock kickoff, which will result in Cleveland 1st and 10. And here's the kick. Deep kick. And that'll be a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 25. 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 28-16, Cleveland. So 1st and 10. Hand off to Kareem Hunt. Rushes right for about a 4-yard gain. And it looks like that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Start of the fourth quarter, 2nd and 6. At the Cleveland 29. Baker takes a snap, handoff to Kareem Hunt to the right for a 4-yard gain, bringing up 3rd and short. It'll be 3rd and 2. Kareem Hunt off to Baker's right. Baker takes a snap, pass downfield, caught by the rookie Bryant. Good enough for a 14-yard gain. Great pass from Baker Mayfield. Getting that complete and getting chains moved. 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt in the backfield behind Baker Mayfield. At the Cleveland 47, handoff to Kareem Hunt, who rushes left, finds a hole. Go past half field and more, who rushes ahead for a first down for a gain of 11. Kareem Hunt in the backfield once again. Baker Mayfield set to take the snap. Snap. Off to Kareem Hunt to the left, finds a hole, rushes again for a first down. Good for another 10-yard gain. It'll be first and 10 at the Cincinnati 32. Kareem Hunt in the backfield once again. Baker Mayfield. Snap. Handoff again to Kareem Hunt, who rushes up the middle, finds a hole for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 at the Cincinnati 26. Second and 4 here. Nick Chubb in the backfield now. Baker takes a snap, play action, pressure coming immediately. Baker Mayfield downfield, pass is intercepted. William Jackson coming the other way and goes out of bounds. Spectacular pick and return. Multiple flags down at midfield. So maybe a little premature to call that a good play. Ooh. So Khalid Kareem with a nasty hit on Baker Mayfield. It was a 30-yard return from William Jackson. It'll come back 15 yards for the unnecessary roughness on Baker. But still a good turnover for Cincinnati and keeps the Bengals alive. 11:22 left in the fourth, 28-16 Cleveland. A little bit scrummy here towards the end. That hit on Baker. Good idea for Baker not to retaliate there because he got the penalty called. So another long commercial here. And here we are back at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. 11:33 left. Or 11:22 left, my bad. So here's Joe Burrow and the Bengal offense. Mixon out to Burrow's left in the backfield. Burrow audibles. Takes a snap, handoff to Joe Mixon, who rushes to the right, finds a hole, follows his blockers, and runs up ahead for, 5-6 yard gain. Stumbles ahead, might be 8. Looks like they're going to give him the first down on that run. Quite a impressive run with very good stumble up. Yeah. 1 yard gain on that to get the first down. My bad. They marked him 1 yard short of the first down. Mixon again for a 1 yard gain. Bringing up 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 30. Burrow takes a snap looking downfield. Almost sacked, scrambles out to his left, looking down deep, passes complete to T. Higgins, who catches and runs stiff arm, and they'll go for a first down and more. Gets out of bounds. Spectacular awareness from Joe Burrow and his left tackle to prevent that sack. Joe Burrow with an incredible pass on the run to T. Higgins to get that first down and keep the offense alive. Joe Burrow, 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 43. Mixon pass is complete to the tight end Sample for a gain of about 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Great one-handed catch there from Sample. Good return. 2nd and 5, 9:42 left in the 4th. Joe Mixon off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes the snap, looking downfield. Pass is incomplete to Joe Burrow, slightly overthrown. Mitchell had spectacular coverage in front of in front of Odell. AJ Green, my bad. Excuse me. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 at the Cincinnati 48. Mixon off to Burrow's left. Burrow takes a snap, pressure coming immediately. Pass is incomplete, intended for AJ Green, who gets sandwiched by the Browns defenders. Excuse me. I'll bring up 4th and 5. It looks like Cincinnati's going to go for it here, keep their hopes alive in this one. 4th and 5 at the Cincinnati 48. Giovanni Bernard off to Burrow's right. Motions him up. Burrow takes the snap, pressure coming immediately. Burrow, clean pocket pass is complete to Tyler Boyd for a first down and more. That'll be good enough for a gain of 13 and a first down, bringing up 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 39. First and 10. 9:06 remaining in the 4th quarter. Giovanni Bernard off to Burrow's left. Burrow audibling. Burrow takes the snap. Play action to Bernard. Nowhere to go. Burrow scrambles out left, and he'll take it himself up for a 5-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 5 at the Cleveland 34. That'll be 2nd and 5. Burrow takes a snap, pass is complete to CJ Ozuma, and that'll be good enough for a 5-yard gain and the first down. CJ Ozuma's down on the play, and we'll be right back. So CJ Ozuma down on the play, carted off the field. Looks like a lower left leg injury. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 29. Mixon off to Burrow's right. 8:01 here remaining in the fourth quarter. 28-16 Cleveland. Cincinnati definitely not out of this, but they need to get one quick here in order to allow for a defensive stop. Mixon to Burrow's right. Burrow ready to take the snap. Burrow takes the snap. Dropping back, pressure coming fast. Burrow scrambles out right. Ball is up and just overthrown to AJ Green in the end zone. Pass intended for AJ Green, just out of the reach. Bringing up 2nd and 10 at the Cleveland 29. 2nd and 10 at the Cleveland 29. Burrow takes a snap and a sack. Burrow's sacked, but flagged out on the play. Burrow motioning for a face mask right away. And there'll be no complaints after that, so it looks like it was a face mask. On Cleveland, number 97. That resulted in a 15-yard penalty, giving Cincinnati a 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 14. First and 10. 8 penalties for 77 yards for the Browns. Something that's definitely going to have to change against tougher opponents. Mixon off to Burrow's right. Burrow will take the snap. Pass is incomplete. Intended target was Drew Sample. Pass broken up by B.J. Goodson. So 2nd and 10 here at the Cleveland 14. Something got to be coming out of this Bengal offense here to keep them alive in this one. Mixon motions over far left. No running backs in the backfield for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow takes the snap. Pass is complete. Drew Sample, who fights forward for 9-yard gain. And that'll be 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 5. Something that the Browns have been struggling with as of late. So here we go, 3rd and 1. Definitely a first down that needs to be converted here for Cincinnati. 2 for 6 so far in the red zone. Or 2 trips for 6 points in the red zone, so in this game, sorry. Burrow audibling, no running backs in the backfield. He'll take the snap and run on his own for 1st down. That'll be good for a 2-yard gain. It'll be my bad. It'll be 1st and goal at the Cleveland 4. So it is first and goal. Brendan is now back with us. 6:06 remaining. 1st and goal. Burrow takes the snap, no running backs. Pass is complete. Mike Thomas with the reception. That brings Cincinnati that much closer to leading in this game.
So, Nolan, I just got back. Tell me, how has Baker Mayfield and OBJ continued to perform?
They haven't.
They haven't?
There's been no target to Odell. There's been no catches by Odell, seeing that there's been no targets.
What about Jarvis Landry?
Nope, it's been the Kareem Hunt show as of late.
They
marched down the field, and it's been the Kareem Hunt show. It's 10-yard gain, 10-yard gain, 4-yard gain.
How has Mayfield performed, at least? I have to imagine he's taken some passes, right?
Very few. They've been majority underneath passes. Nothing intriguing.
Well, he's not losing them the game, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow is having himself a game too, it appears.
Yeah, right now he is, yeah. Mayfield actually threw a really bad pick last time they were in the red zone. That's the one thing
you can't have red zone picks.
The only bad part is the Bengals took it for a 30-yard return, but then it was called back 15 yards because
a block in the back, I'm assuming.
No, one of the D tackles for the Bengals absolutely laid out Baker.
Ah, okay. Huh. Well, appears I haven't missed too much. The game is definitely just as close as when I left.
Yeah.
So that's always interesting. Very interesting. Once again, I apologize for having to leave midway through. I believe that I had a personal issue that I had to deal with. That was not the case, so that's always a good thing. All right, so we are back, and once again, Cincinnati is still in a position to win this game. Cleveland Browns have kind of, they've been beating Cincinnati so far, but
They just like I had forewarned, Cincinnati's kind of figured out Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb he had 4 chances on the goal line, and Cincinnati blocked him every time.
wow.
Yeah. And then it happened again the next drive. They kept denying Nick Chubb, and then in comes Kareem Hunt, and then Kareem Hunt goes for a couple of good runs.
Kevin Stefanski needs to keep using play action every single play action, because they don't know what's coming then. They don't know if it's a run, they don't know if it's a pass, and it's what's worked for him in the past, and he has the runners that he needs to do it.
Well, I'm going to be realistic here. I don't think Cleveland... the improvement Cleveland has shown in this game is obviously improvement, but...
It's against the Bengals.
It's against the Bengals. And I think when they encounter the Steelers and when they encounter the Ravens and other teams that are of that caliber...
Well, we've seen what happens when they encounter the Ravens.
It's gonna be bad. I would think the Browns will be able to put up more points by the next time they play the Ravens, considering that their play action is going to be much better. Kevin Stefanski's going to be a more confident play caller with Baker. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to keep in mind, this is still a team that is in an extreme amount of turmoil. It's had 3 different head coaches in 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's not good for Mayfield's development either.
Well, plus, I wonder how many games it's going to take here for certain franchises to kind of get in go mode because of no preseason,
So for teams like the Bucks, who have like one hard game to start off and then 2 easier games to kind of ease them into it, teams that have easing in schedules in the beginning are going to get a hang of it. Teams that are coming out right at the bat with hard schedules and hard games, they might not come together as quickly.
Yeah.
So teams like the Bucks are at an advantage because they're going to be playing easier games to start off before they get to their hard games later on. So they're going to get integrated easier.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Saints are an exception to that because they do have a good defense.
Yeah. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Thomas in motion. Baker takes a snap, handoff to Nick Chubb, who runs to the left, finds a hole, exploits it, and gets about a gain of 3.
Yeah, they're marking about 3. Looked like he was close to 4, but I mean, obviously the line judge makes that call. It is now 2nd and 6. Browns here obviously trying to take some time off of the clock by just running the ball, letting it tick down as much as they can before they run another running play. But they do need to keep getting first downs in order to continue to do that consistently.
Cincinnati kind of in a pickle here, needs to kind of limit Cleveland to at most a field goal here. Nick Chubb in the backfield. Baker ready to take the snap. Motions over Jarvis Landry. Hands the ball off to Nick Chubb, who finds a hole. Runs up, gets a first down and more.
Play.
Big run play for Nick Chubb, who run to the left for a first down and a 26-yard gain past midfield.
He is at the Browns' 45 if they mark it where I saw it. And that is a big play for them.
Yeah, seriously big play. Get it over into Cincinnati territory, almost in a field goal range. The Browns are just about to put this game out of reach here for Cincinnati. And
this is the problem. The Bengals' run defense is just not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a situation of just a bad third quarter for Nick Chubb or what, but starting to figure it out. Kareem Hunt now in the game. Nick Chubb on the sideline. Similar formation.
This is probably going to be
Thomas in motion. Baker Mayfield handoff to Kareem Hunt, finds
There's
a hole on the
big
right
hole.
side.
He's going to take
it for a first down and more.
This is going.
Who will run it down to the 20-yard line and more.
Looks like he's down to about
gain.
The 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 12. 2 big back-to-back run plays from Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Arguably the best running back duo in the league, who hasn't proven it yet this season, but they're showing flashes as of right now.
Yeah, 100%. This is a very impressive run. 33 yards. He goes right through that hole, and then he just bolts. So, I mean, I don't know how they didn't see this coming. This was a perfect play. I don't know how they didn't see that hole was going to get set up there. I mean, it was lined up perfectly for that run.
You know, I'm not going to lie. If this Cleveland offense figures stuff out,
they are a very good offense.
They are a very good offense.
They would have the.
If I'm Cleveland, And if Nick Chubb starts to be very good, and your defense is suffering, like they don't have any good cornerbacks really. Like Kareem Hunt's an RB1 on any other team.
They arguably have the second best wide receiver duo, the first best running back duo, and a young quarterback who has shown
Kareem
incredible
Hunt takes
flashes.
the handoff up the middle, and he'll fight to get at least a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the Cincinnati 11, 28-23 with 4:04 remaining.
Kareem going down a little bit there. Looks like he's a little tired. I mean, I would be too after I ran 33 yards, but...
And that'll result in a Bengals timeout. Slowing down the clock here, try to keep them in the game.
Keep in mind, if they score a field goal, if the Browns are limited to a field goal here, it is a one-possession game. However, if the Browns score a touchdown, then this game is more than likely out of reach for the Bengals, unless they lead multiple very quick succession drives without the Browns scoring.
Kareem Hunt in the backfield. Odell off to his left. Hodge off to his right. Baker will take the snap, hand off to Kareem Hunt, who finds a hole, breaks a tackle, forces another one, fights his way down to the Cincinnati 1 yard line.
1 yard line. Wow.
So this is where the Browns have struggled twice previously in the second half, converting on the 1 yard line.
I mean, I don't know how many times you can really stop that. I mean, there's only so many times you can do that. And I did start Kareem Hunt in one of my leagues, so I'm very happy that he's getting all these touches right now. Because people are like, oh, he's not going to get the touches. Nick Chubb, that's a terrible pick. He's a scrub. He's a second RB2 as your starter. And look what he's done tonight. He has gotten one touchdown already, right? And
yeah, I believe so.
And he's gotten passing yards. He's gotten rushing yards. And he could easily get another touchdown here if he's in the backfield.
Yeah, 1st and goal at the Cincinnati 1. Kareem in the backfield. Baker takes a snap, hand off to Kareem Hunt, who rushes right, breaks one tackle, and into the end zone. And I think that pretty much puts the game out of reach for Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think this game is over. I really do.
So this is exactly what Cleveland needed. They needed their running back to come alive, and Baker Mayfield to just make important passes here and there.
I mean, I'm not going to fault the Bengals for losing this game. The Browns have more talent here. Yeah. I mean, the Bengals are trying to rebuild right now.
It's not like the Bengals offense isn't performing. They are. It's just that the Bengals defense isn't good. And Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and Baker Mayfield are figuring that out.
Exactly.
Big props to Kevin Stefanski for being able to learn a whole new offense here and implement it over the offseason.
No, it's not that he learned a new offense. It's that he's implemented a new offense in the offseason.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't that Cody Parkey doing another butte right down the middle?
Yeah, he's 4 for 4 on the day.
Man, that must be nice.
I mean, he had his good days. We'll see what happens next week. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would like to point out that Cody Parkey's kick in the playoffs was indeed blocked. But it's the kick in the playoffs. Bears-Eagles, that was blocked.
But like, let's be real here. He already had the record of hit. He already had the reputation of hitting, the upright.
Oh yeah, but
that ball was. I mean, we've
seen balls. Oh, you weren't here, but on the Baker interception, it was slightly tipped by a pass rusher on the Bengals.
I mean, usually in the cases,
Usually
when things are slightly tipped, I give benefit of the doubt. But when Cody Parkey has already had his reputation, I don't give the benefit of the doubt. I think that would have still hit both uprights.
I'm just glad he has a job again. I felt bad for the kid after he missed that kick, but
yeah. Those evil Bears fans really harassed him and his family after
All I'm saying is that I didn't call out Cody Parkey after the loss. I called out Mitch because that was right.
I mean, the Bears are just a quality organization. They harassed and ran a man and his family out of town,
Coming
quite
from
literally.
A Lions fan.
We've never once run anyone out of town.
How many of your ex-Lions that are greats are happy with you?
That's different. They're not happy with us. The fans never ran them out and threatened their families.
You forced... Well, you didn't force, but you terrorized Calvin Johnson, and he just wanted to quit football.
That's franchise-wise. Fan-wise, our fans have never once run anyone out of town, even when they've made terrible mistakes.
You have undoubtedly the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Even
first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's
Joe Burrow with the pass incomplete.
Wow, that's a bad drop there.
Giovanni Bernard. Third, 3:52 remaining.
Even when our quarterback
quarter.
ran out of the back of the end zone for us to go 0-16 on the season, we still didn't run him and his family out of the town.
Your quarterback ran out the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Why?
But that gift gave us Matthew Stafford.
Did it really?
Yes. And the first overall pick.
He was the first overall pick?
Well, yeah, I think he was, actually.
Really?
I think he was the first overall pick. Look at Matt.
13th overall.
13th overall? Maybe that's 16. No, we definitely.
T. Higgins with a great reception
all right,
Joe
so maybe it was
Burrow.
Calvin Johnson that we got with that, but I don't know. No, first overall pick.
Now, why did it say 13th?
Because it's wrong. It's yeah, I knew he was the first overall pick. That was yeah. I knew I was right. Mayfield drops back, passes.
Is incomplete,
dropped.
intended for
A rough drop, and it looks like
T. Higgins.
Looks like Higgins is injured on the play. He is in some pretty bad pain. That did not look pretty when I saw that.
When did Calvin Johnson retire?
Let's see what happened here with Higgins. Oh, it just lands right on top of him on that shoulder. Probably an arm thing. Looks like he's immediately in pain. This has to be a ribs, arm thing. Hopefully he's okay.
I'll bring up 4th and 5 at the Cincy 30 for Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense.
I would like to point out that Kareem Hunt has 23.1 points tonight by himself.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Single-handedly putting it into a matchup that I should not have been winning.
Spectacular play from him so far. The 4th and 5. No running backs in the backfield. Giovanni Bernard out to Burrow's left, lined up at the line of scrimmage. Burrow takes a snap, pass is complete to Tyler Boyd in the middle, who rushes up for more, and just 1.5 yards short of the 50-yard line. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 35-23, Cleveland. Be fast-paced offense here. No huddle for the Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, to the right of Joe Burrow, takes a snap, pass is complete to Giovanni Bernard for a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the play, bringing up second down. 2nd and 4, 2:34 remaining, just approaching the 2-minute warning shortly.
Wow, they had someone way offsides there. Who is that down at the bottom left?
I can't tell. Burrow takes a snap. Pass is complete to Ozuma. Or Sample, that's my bad.
Just short of the first down there, but he did get out of bounds, so at least the clock is stopped there.
That'll bring up 4th and inches. Maybe a 4th and 1. A 3rd and 1 apparently. My laundry in the background. 3rd and 1, no running backs behind Joe Burrow. 5 receiver set, Burrow takes a snap, pressure coming immediately, passes complete to Drew Sample for a 6-yard gain.
This is just wasting time here for the Bengals.
And that'll be 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 38, and that'll pretty much bring us to the 2-minute warning.
They're going to try to get a playoff here. They got to get it off. Too late. See, a rookie. This is another sign that Joe Burrow is still a rookie here. Veteran player would not have allowed himself to wait that out until the 2-minute warning. He would have gotten that playoff much faster. I would like to point out, though, that out of 50 pass attempts tonight, Joe Burrow has 31 completions. I mean, he is passing a lot. And I mean, part of that's because they don't really have a Well, they do have a run game, but it just
They don't
seems
have
like
a line to support it.
yeah, they don't have any O-line. I mean, it's interesting to say the least.
I have to remember which stream. Burrow takes a snap on 1st and 10, scrambles to the right.
Oh,
Looking.
you are not going to beat that out.
Pass is incomplete, out of bounds. He's kind of looking for Giovanni Bernard, but nothing really there on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Cleveland 38.
Baker Mayfield's thoroughly satisfied with himself beating a rookie quarterback and a broken team, but, you know, who can blame him? He gets another...
Bernard off to Burrow's left. Burrow will take the snap. Pressure coming immediately on the blitz. Burrow's pass is complete to Sample for a 3-yard gain off to the right. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 at the Cleveland 35. Not a good spot for the Bengals here. Granted, they're kind of already out of reach of winning this ball game, but still not a situation you want to see them in.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Nolan, do you think I should start Carson Wentz this week?
Who's your other option?
Baker Mayfield, who's playing right now.
Oh. So you have to start Carson Wentz.
Well, I could pick someone up.
Who's free agent?
Gardner Minshew, Mitchell Trubisky, and Phillip Rivers.
Pick up Trubisky.
I'm not going to pick up Trubisky. That's a bad move.
They're playing the Giants. Whoops.
Good job, Nolan. I kept telling you to stop playing with this, but now you're going to get reprimanded on stream for bursting everyone's eardrums, including mine.
I don't think the stream is going to care. 4th and 1, Burrow takes a snap. Pass is complete.
Got to get out of bounds.
And he will get out of bounds. Great reception and great run from Thomas. That'll bring up 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 19. Pick up Mitch.
Well, do you think Wentz is going to do bad against the Rams?
Yes. Dak did bad against the Rams. Dak and Carson are essentially the same quarterback. How many points did he put up against Washington?
15.
Okay, do you think he's going to do better against a better team?
Maybe not.
Okay, so start Mitch.
What about Minshew?
Who's Minshew playing?
Tennessee?
What defense? What secondary is better?
Yeah. I guess it's worth a risk. Who do I drop, though? Mayfield?
Yeah. If somebody wants to pick up Mayfield, do it. Like, who cares? Majority of the time, you're going to be able to start Wentz. So, this is just one of those weeks.
I really don't know. Your quarterback better not shit the bed, Nolan, or I'll never let you forget it.
He's chilling. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 19. No running back set. Burrow. AJ Green out to his left. Burrow takes a snap. Looking pass is just incomplete, just over the head of Ozuma. Or T. Higgins. Pardon me. But Denzel Ward on the defense. Sorry, I was reading that while I was trying to spit out Denzel Ward in defense, but
Kenny Galladay is going to miss his 2nd week, everybody. Get him off your roster. He's done.
you should start Darius Slayton in this. Actually, no, you shouldn't. Darius Slayton will put up 10 points, maybe.
Cortland Sutton. Interesting. Michael Thomas, can they just make him injured so I can put him on my...
On your IR.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, no running backs in the backfield. Takes a snap.
I have Marvin
Looking
Jones.
downfield, pass is
Caught.
complete by Drew Sample.
They're actually possibly going to... Actually, no. Never mind.
1 minute left in this ball game. Burrow up 1st and goal at the Cleveland 9. Joe Mixon, or Giovanni Bernard, I forget their numbers at this point. Burrow takes a snap. Pass looking for the end zone is just over the head of Drew Sample.
Hey, that's fine. It pauses the game clock, so that's all I need. I have Marvin Jones and Sammy Watkins starting at wide receiver. Darius Slayton at the flex. Cortland Sutton, it could play. Kenny Galladay isn't going to play. Michael Thomas isn't going to play. Should I put Dallas Goedert in over Darius Slayton?
Yes.
You told me the opposite just a couple hours ago. Darius Slayton's playing at
At Chicago, I would trust Dallas Goedert, who put up 28 points.
But he's playing against the Rams.
The Bears' defense is much better than the Rams. Burrow passed end zone for AJ Green, just out of the reach of AJ Green.
There was definitely some pass interference there. Green's other hand was held back, and the ref just didn't see it.
Burrow put that in a great spot.
That was definitely PI. Just a little bit. Just that little bit. No PI was called, though. That should have been called. I can't believe that wasn't called in such a high-stakes situation like this.
Something that needs to be challengeable for sure. But, anyways, Burrow, 3rd and goal. 48 seconds left in this game. 4 receivers set. Burrow will take the snap, looking for the end zone. He rushes ahead, throws a pass deep into the end zone, caught for Tyler Boyd with the toe tap. And that'll bring the game that much closer. Great reception from Tyler Boyd from a dot from Joe Burrow.
Yes, I definitely agree.
Spectacular toe tap from Tyler Boyd. Great ability to possess that ball. Randy Bullock out for the extra point.
Do I bet on DeAndre Swift and put him at the flex instead?
Against the Packers, no.
I mean, the Packers are apparently a 4-rated matchup.
Yeah, I don't really trust them. You also have Adrian Peterson. Randy Bullock for the extra point. It goes right down the middle.
I don't have Adrian
It's
Peterson.
a 30-35 ball game. No, the Lions do. 35-30 ball game. 43 seconds left. Expect an onside kick here from Cincinnati. But no, I would not start DeAndre Swift with Adrian Peterson. Who
do you think is going to win this matchup here?
Okay, well, Lamar's going to outperform Mitch by a little. Shark will probably outperform him. Robert Woods will probably outperform him. Mostert will outperform him. Hunt's going to outperform him. Kelsey should outperform Noah Fant. Darius Slayton should outperform Michael Gallup by a little bit. Your kickers don't matter anyways, and you should win your defense. You should win, but...
I think I will. But it's going to be close. Closer than I'd like. Kareem Hunt getting 23 points.
I don't like the
helps.
way that league drafted. A couple of chimps drafted. Brainless people. Just going, Lamar.
Draft Lamar in the first round. We told them to do it, and they actually did it. That's the most surprising part. They didn't even question it. They were just like, oh, what a great advice.
Onside kick here from Randy Bullock. Kick is caught by Janovich. And there will be no return on that. And it will be Cleveland ball. 42 seconds left. 35-30.
I can see a situation here where they go to run the ball just so they have that one run so they can start the clock. And Kareem Hunt just goes straight into the end zone.
Yeah. You just want more points a little bit? Yeah.
I mean, I would not mind. I would not mind more points.
That's fair.
Watch him fumble.
Oh,
they're just going to QB kneel it.
Yeah, and Baker will take a knee here, and that'll pretty much end that game. Final score, 35-30.
Oh, no, there's going to be a second.
No.
No, there will be a second left on the...
No, there won't.
On the countdown clock. On the snap clock.
Oh.
Fuck. What was it called? Why do I always forget what this is called?
Anyway, on the play clock.
Play clock. I don't know why that blanked on that.
Anyways, good win for Kevin Stefanski and the Browns. Tough loss for Joe Burrow, but it was to be expected.
Yeah.
And it it hit exactly on the over-under, actually. Over-under was 55, and that was exactly 55 points.
Everyone just gets their money back.
Well, I don't know if we'll ever cover the Cleveland Browns again.
Yes, you are right.
But for you Browns fans out there,
just know. We feel for you.
We feel for you, because that was painful.
That was a painful win to get over a team that is not going to go above 500 this year.
Yes. Although, Odell, I appreciate the 17 points in fantasy.
Yes, we all do. Thank you, Odell. We're going to end the live stream now, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this after the fact and you're just seeing, what happened in the game, feel free to leave a comment. We'll see you guys next time. I'm going to go shut down the stream.